Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Over the Horizon. I have stopped calling it Tales from the Cosmos for the moment. We'll see how long that lasts.
Okay.
All right, I need a recap from somebody.
All right. I mean, I
Yes,
can do it unless someone else wants to.
All right, storytelling.
Okay.
Tell me a
All
story.
right. All right. Let me remember where we started off at exactly. I'm gonna start from when the morning. I know we kind of did some just some talking in general, but it wasn't like huge deals. But we ended up going to Bopper. He kind of rounded us up and was talking to us about our situation exactly and about how we're kind of stuck in the town right now and kind of need to figure out what's going down. And pretty much we were questioning, well, how long has people been here? And me and Lotus and I, or Attila, decided to go talk to her sister Dahlia, who was at Veronica's, to go see if we can not just question them to see how long people have exactly been here and if they had any information as how to get out. And then I know Sanel and Gideon were working on the carts, right? Or did you? Yeah, you were working on the carts. And then you went to go talk to.
Talk to the blacksmith.
Yeah, the blacksmith. And that was a whole
Mistake
experience.
number one.
What about it? You never like that? Claimed out the boot?
I mean, there's Boomhauer and then there's Boom How. As in how. How are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
What you do mean? How do I make that sound vaguely
No,
intelligible?
More like how, as in a how dare you kind of situation.
And then Gideon was good friends with him. They understood each other. Sanel was not a fan of the man and tried to force himself out of the conversation, but Gideon just wasn't understanding and eventually was able to get out of the conversation. Did you guys go talk to Astra after that.
Yes. We cut back to you guys, and then we went and
Yeah.
talked to Astra.
Yeah, me and Lotus, were able to. We talked to Dahlia and Veronica. Veronica's been there quite some time. Well, Dahlia was only there for about 3 months, I believe she said.
Yep,
That's correct.
about.
And then a man entered that I was able to notice who had a cane that had the symbol of the Lost expedition that we're looking for. And we went and talked to him. Uh, we did a little bit of good cop, bad cop, being able to find out that he one part of the expedition went one way and they went another way. And then
Trying to get help for some missing
yeah,
party members.
exactly. And then he ended up here somehow from one way, and he knew about a way he could get back, but decided not to. And because we learned that he was pretty much a deserter, um, he, well, we kind of scolded him, but mostly Lotus got right in his fucking throat, essentially. And a big lion man, big giant muscly lion man, had to calm down this ferocious, tiny 5-foot woman. Tell her, oh shit, there he is. By the way,
Spaceman!
oh yep, Flanagan the Manigan. Anyway, currently, oh, and then he was kind of upset, and then Lotus stormed out, all angry. Um, oh, I got a talking to for me and Lotus from Veronica, kind of saying like, "Hey,
Chill
they're
the
we're
fuck
like,
out.
yeah." She was like, "Yo,
Everybody's
don't."
done things here that they're not proud of just because that specific thing is one of the things. It's a small
Yeah,
town. We've all got to learn how to get along and live together. So,
Till it was understanding. He didn't really have time to tell Lotus. I wanted before Lotus left, I was like, maybe we should go report back to Bob what we've heard, and we just never got to that because then we cut over to Snell and Gideon, and that's when
right.
they went and talked to Astra. And
But,
that's
yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, I don't remember exactly what you guys learned. I do know the juicy part that Gideon knows that there's another date loft amongst us, but whether he keeps that to himself or not.
Say the funny. It's not amongst us.
Among Us.
Among
Yeah,
us.
you need to give Sanel the opportunity to ostracize himself from yet another community.
You need the opportunity for Sanel to sprint towards Bob's tent and just slap that button for an emergency meeting.
And
There's an imposter among us. You're right.
And
I
I'll start
believe
shooting people.
I believe that's all we did. We also learned that there's a cave system underneath as well.
Where the coal is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I remember. I think that's where we left off at pretty much.
Yeah. So, I am gonna cut. Let's see here. Let's pick up just a little bit after Bridget hauled Lotus and everybody else off.
Lotus and the Petals.
Lotus and her petals. That's actually great. I love it. And
Sounds like a
let me
band.
think here.
It is. It is
Lotus
a
and
band.
the Petals. Is it?
It is a band at night.
No.
Not
Sure make a
anymore.
lot of
They
noise.
have a
Like they're
chip.
garage band.
They were given a fucking charm that they stuck on their tent, and it keeps loud noises in.
Not loud noises out. Loud noises in. It's a reverse silence spell.
Well, you want to know when somebody else is, at your door. You know,
Facts.
Maybe.
maybe.
I like
So anyway.
surprises.
So
I hope
that
they
being
do
said,
too.
What is everybody doing in the morning after this event?
Well,
Breakfast is almost ready at Reika's.
okay.
Does anyone at all other than us seem mildly perturbed by what just happened?
What, the 20th level adventurer just coming in, grabbing her daughter by the ear and going, "We're going home"?
Stealing a fifth of the adventurers that we have in this group?
Proving she has a way to save everyone, but she didn't.
And that's what Attila kind of thought. He was like, "Oh, okay, we're getting out of here, man."
Saving
perfect."
everybody. You know, teleport only works up to 8 people, right?
Yeah, but she's 20th
Yeah,
level.
she's 20th level. She'll just come back.
She'll just
Do it
come
again
back.
and again and again.
No, sorcerer.
There's
No,
5 level
druids. Right? Don't get that much. Yeah, there are 5 level 20s. But not
renew
all of
greater
them
spell
have
storing.
magic.
3 spell slots. Get on my level.
You think these parents have more important things to do than rescue you guys from your bad situation?
They're not
Like, it's
heroes.
just-
They were the
They've
villains.
got
They were
kids.
the bad guys.
They
They
were
were the bad guys. Oh, that's the plot twist. They're the BBEGs.
They're the reason the world got wiped.
We're gonna have a fight against a group called the In-Laws.
Breakfast at Reika's is almost ready. And most of this troop, after seeing this, have just kind of decided, yeah, I think I want to forget about this and go to breakfast. There's lots of hushed tones and whispers over the whole event.
So, is this taking place the next morning after this all happened, or is this the same
The
time?
same morning. Morning.
Okay.
She just portaled out.
She is portaled out maybe 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
At some point, you see Bob trudging from his tent. He's got a glass of whiskey in his hand. It is 7 a.m.
Where did they go? I don't understand. What just happened? He has his pack on his shoulder, like, I don't.
Right?
God damn it!
We weren't invited.
They could just leave like that. I thought that was a big problem here.
I think Bob just kind of looks at you and goes, "She said she'd bring them back tomorrow." And takes
Why
a
would
sip
she
from
bring
his
them
whiskey.
back?
Yes, bring them back to this incredible situation. What great parenting.
He goes, "Yes, just like the rest of you have great parents, right?"
Well, I don't know about these two. That seems a bit harsh, Bob.
Hey, my father was a great man.
I'm sure he was.
Was.
Never had a chance to meet him. But that being said,
Was.
some people don't like to interfere with their children's lives. Others, well, do. I have a feeling she's going to get a talking to. Not Lotus. I think Bridget is.
I have a feeling that it would have been nice to get us out of yelling up at the foggy sky. This fog-ridden hellhole!
Well, then let's figure it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. And there's
Wow.
always will when I'm around.
He's in a different game. Anyway,
sorry,
but goes.
We'll say Bob. That was Bob. We'll say that was Bob.
Yeah,
anyway,
Bob.
It's Bob
We already
coughing
have
on
a
me.
potential way to at least help, but it involves going down to the scary coal mines where apparently there are giant maddies.
No, they're
Giant
scary.
muddies.
Looks to Gideon to back them up as Snell holds out Maddie and is like, I held this out towards the blacksmith, and I think, after much conjecture, he said something about being attacked by something that was like this, but bigger.
He probably diverts his course from Reika's and comes to sit down at the fire. More of those down there? Do you think you could use them for parts?
Do you really want her to get bigger?
Could be more useful.
Not
could
really.
fix the cards better, right? It's more
But it
scrap.
would be parts for the cart, yes? At least fine quality scraps that you could melt down.
Wait, hold on. I just grasped the fact that there's more of those?
Apparently
He
so.
points to Maddie.
Who looks to you and says,
The only winning move is not to play.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I think she doesn't want us going down there.
Well,
We're gonna need coal.
gonna need more coal. Anything else we found out? Any way out of here?
Anything else we found out of character stares at Gideon.
Out of character stares.
You don't know anything.
I'm not good at gaming. I'm staring at you across the table.
I think Attila would pipe up and just put his hand up and be like, yeah, before this whole debacle happens, he just kind of looks over at the space that which they were. Just, me and Lotus were able to. There's actually I don't know if you want to go talk to him, but there's a member of the Lost Expedition here.
Really?
Yeah,
One?
he's
How many?
just one, so that we were able to talk to him. Turns out he's kind of a deserter, but that's his own problems.
Is that
The
why
re-
Lotus
the re-
was so angry?
Yeah, it really riled her up. I guess I can understand, but I guess I didn't understand completely why it was so upsetting to her. But
Why
regardless,
exactly? Tell me everything. He pulls out a
apparently,
handkerchief, coughs into it, tucks it back into his pocket.
so apparently there's a portal out somewhere a mile. Was that it? Was it a mile or two? I can't
It
remember.
was an opening.
Yeah,
The
it was a
fog
portal,
opens once a
but I
year.
can't remember the distance at which they said it was out.
Well, he talked about, I think first, once a year, a path opens in the fog.
Yeah, I know Veronica said something too, as well. Because whenever he told us that, we were like, "Oh, well, we already know that," essentially. But yeah, I'll just say that there's a path, or a portal, somewhere that opens up once a year, and that's how. Well, he said he didn't take his chance to leave.
And that's what Lotus was so upset about. You were sent to go get help. You got stuck here. That's not your fault. 3 months go by, and you have the opportunity to leave, and you choose not to.
No, I understand. I think Attila was
That's what
just
she was
saying
upset about. Yeah.
No, I understand. Yeah, but
Mhm.
Attila was just like, I don't know. She was a little more riled up than I thought she needed to be. But
Right.
but yeah, he tells Bobby that well, he didn't when the portal opened. Apparently he didn't take his chance to leave, so he's kind of here on his own terms now, which is probably why Lotus was so upset. But regardless, that's
How did you
so
know he was a
far.
deserter?
Well, his
From the expedition, I mean.
well, based on what he stated, one, they had some wounded, and he'll be like, do you have a map?" And he'll ask to
He'll
pull
pull
out a
out a
map.
map. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll point to the spots in which they split up, saying that this expedition went this way and he came this way, as they had some wounded that they had to attend to. He was out looking for help, and just like us, ended up here, but didn't take his chance to leave whenever
How
he
did
had
you
it.
know he was an expedition member?
Well, his cane was that of the symbol of the last expedition.
What do you mean? Describe it.
Yeah, I'll describe the symbol on what it exactly looked like. Whenever we were at
Right.
Veronica's, he walked past. It looked like he had been
Right.
using it quite some time. It was bowed pretty badly, but I knew
Says
that symbol. So
right.
we confronted him to see what information we could get, and
Right.
oh,
And just for the audience, this symbol was a it was it looked like the top of a flagpole. It was a knob that had The sigil and other gilding carved onto it, and it was screwed into the top of this pole. And the
Okay.
reason I point this out is because he says, "Are you sure that couldn't have been a flagpole?"
I don't.
Wolves left, at least.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, you can talk to him for yourself. We left Veronica's. I figured you'd want to maybe talk to him yourself.
I wonder
But
if he has it.
that's what we got out of him. I think.
Anything else? Looking at the rest of you. Go ahead. Go ahead and tell him.
Oh, I was just gonna say I don't think he'll be talking to me or Lotus anytime soon. But
We could just go talk to him, me and Gideon.
I don't know if you'd be much better conversations now. Nothing
Because
against you.
if that was a flagpole, then all of the chances of him having the standard, well, it goes up, doesn't it?
And now
I
we
guess
know what we're looking for. Which means I will be more direct in my threats upon his life, as I am sure Lotus made quite many.
Oh, no, you don't gotta do that. The man is
I'd caution against
shamed.
making enemies here. It's a small enough
Yes.
town. But I trust all of your judgments.
What did Lotus say exactly? Because she seemed to be in quite the tizzy when I saw her.
Well, when he mentioned that he didn't take his chance to come back, and she kind of put the pieces together in her head, she just pretty much called him a piece of shit human being. It was pretty much what it boiled down to.
She did
Also-
suggest long pork, don't forget
Yeah, it
that.
also said that they should eat him.
Oh yes, and she, I like I told Veronica, I'm an animal, but that woman, she suggested they make long pork out of them.
Hmm.
Is what it's
None
called.
of you are allowed to ever say that I'm a problem ever again.
But
I'm going to call you a problem every time you're a problem, Sunel, just like I'll call the rest of you problems.
I'm not suggesting that we eat people yet.
Yet, Sunel.
But Bob's right though. Veronica did mention that when I would in a place where you go to get away, I'm sure there's a decent amount of people we probably shouldn't be scolding based off of past events.
Just be careful. Last thing we need is to not be welcome here. Who knows what they do to people who aren't?
Nods back towards the fog as if that's answer enough.
I don't even
Somehow
know.
that feels, I don't know, a little painful for a place like this. As gloomy
Maybe
as its
send
looks
them
are.
down to the mines.
Oh, that's fair, maybe.
Are we gonna have? Well, when did we want to go down there to the mines? Did we want to wait for Lotus to get back, or do you think that?
Yeah,
us
let's
three-
wait.
The sooner we get it done, the better. And frankly, if I may speak freely, with Lotus gone, we won't have anyone running ahead and getting themselves hurt.
That is true. She
turned
loves to
into a
do that.
canary.
Everyone's like, yeah. Can't even argue.
But
I
she
mean,
could
she
turn
could.
into a canary, and then if she
Her-
dies, we know we have to run.
Her ability to turn into animals is something very useful, but she doesn't seem to use it like that a lot. Not like a canary, or to scout ahead, I guess is what I mean.
It's a little hard to do that when we have a walking candelabra.
Hey, I take
At the
offense to
very
that.
least,
I turn
Bob
invisible.
says, God. At the very least, Bob says, standing. Have breakfast first. Talk before you make any rash decisions. And he turns and he heads to Rika's, which is pretty full right now.
Snell's going to take this time to look at their spell list and prepare spells.
Okay.
Hey,
Good idea.
Gideon.
What up?
You got like a fiance, right? You know, like a woman in your life.
Yes.
Wow.
You want to
Wow.
bang?
Yes. Yeah.
We'll bang later, okay?
Stop by
Yeah.
the ship later. Bang,
How
okay?
how do you know when they like you? What's the the signals? I don't know, but I'm not. I think Gwen. Like I saw a smile. I think I'm not sure. I'm
Oh,
not
God.
the best at the. I fight with the sword and shield, but I don't know how to. You know.
Our marriage was arranged at childhood.
Oh,
Other than that, she told me.
okay.
If
Thanks.
you think that Gwen likes you, you should just ask her.
Define Basque.
What? No, ask.
Oh,
You
not
you should.
Basker. I was.
You should bask her in the sun.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that sounds like something Gideon would say.
No.
The sun. I really like it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Please don't tell anyone about this.
Please don't tell anyone about it.
Please.
I just kind of like
Um,
nod, like just approach her
Approach her.
and ask her.
Yeah.
If she likes you.
Okay. All right. You think she'll be at Rika's? There's a lot of people there, right?
That's the best sign. No. Right in front of everyone, just blatantly. Hey, do you like me? No. Maybe keep it somewhere out of the way.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get breakfast. All right. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go get breakfast and stare at my girlfriend.
God. So.
The wrong person to ask.
Hey, you're the only one he knows
Yeah.
has some sort of woman in their life. And I don't know if Lotus is the right person to ask. Holy shit.
Snell,
Yeah,
how do you
the
know if
person
someone
who's been-
likes you? They don't beat you.
Wait,
They
I
don't-
have a question. I have a question for not Attila, because Attila can't answer me. What? Attila saw Gwen leaving Lotus's tent.
Yeah.
She could like both. She could like both.
Hey,
I mean, she could.
she gave Attila a smile. He doesn't know what that means.
He doesn't
can't
know what
read
that means.
shit.
Oh my god, Attila's one of those people where someone smiles at them like they love me, they want me.
Right,
Me.
it's not an oh shit, you caught me. Well, anyway.
They want me.
Oh god. All right.
Attila has a hat he puts on, and it says "Fish fear me, women want me."
I have a +1 to wisdom, I guess. So
+1 to wisdom. Oh god.
So-
So anyway, but at the very
God.
least, this will be a funny conversation.
Just love the idea that he's got to kiss the chef apron and everything.
God. Who else is going to breakfast?
I mean, I'm going. It's food.
It's food.
if Gideon's coming, then I think he's like, all right, goodbye, and he like walks off, and then Gideon just starts walking in the same direction. Oh,
Can we say that
Snell,
Snell saw
are you-
all of that?
Yes.
Because Snell's going
Sure.
to just saw the Oblivion NPC levels of goodbye, turn around, they both start walking the same way. And it's just like, just kind of looks to Maddie, who looks to Snell, and not so quietly because she can't really be quiet.
This wasn't a triumph.
God. Okay. So Sinel doesn't go to breakfast.
No,
Doesn't
Sinel
go
is
to
going
Ring.
to breakfast.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So goodbye, all three of you. Walk the
Just
fuck.
trailing behind.
Like Sinel
God.
ran away and was like, "Good, bro, I gotta go check my spell list," and then came back just in time to see goodbye.
Mhm.
Turns,
Oh,
walks
walk
the
the
same
same
dirt.
way.
That happens sometimes though, and it's the most it sucks. You're like,
Right.
I just ran into you at the store. Goodbye. Start going down an aisle. They go down that one. You're like, shit.
Fuck. Why are you following me? Right? Yeah. So there are. It's a buffet style, like I've mentioned before. There are probably this place is pretty packed. It's got pretty much all of the expedition here. And members of the townsfolk.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are getting your breakfast, you realize something is a little bit different today. Yesterday there was no shortage of food. Today, it is already starting to run low, and people have just started with breakfast. There are a couple of the townsfolk complaining about, "Hey, what about a fried eggs? What's the matter?" And Reika is just going, "Well, if you would convince the gardener to get me more produce, maybe this wouldn't be a problem, okay? I'm doing the best I can with what I have. So if you've got a problem with it, go talk to the gardener." And probably sees Attila. "Oh, Attila! Hey. I have
Yeah.
a favor to ask of you."
Okay.
You've been helping me with the food. I thank you so much. Could I lean on you just a little bit more? I
What do you need?
am busy enough around here by myself. I don't have a ton of time to do this. I need someone to go talk to Nikki for me.
Who?
Nikki Basil. She's our. She runs the greenhouse. That's where most of our food gets made.
Okay.
It's our biggest source of produce. I just need somebody to run down there and just explain to her that I can't feed 4 times the amount of people I usually get in a week on, what I'm being given.
Tell your plants to grow faster, bitch. That's the message.
Okay. All right. I can see what I can do. I
Thank you so much. She is a little hard to deal with. I usually end up screaming at her. That's why I don't want to go this time. She's one of those. I guess you could call her a bad apple. But she has to do something around here, otherwise she'll get herself into trouble. So that's why she's the gardener. She's pretty good at it.
okay.
And take your friends with you, she says, looking at these two. I'm sure the more people there to convince her that she needs to. I just can't. I just can't. All these potatoes, she says, pointing to the half-empty tray of potatoes. Those are the rest of my potatoes for the week. What am I gonna feed people tomorrow?
Well, there's this trader over there, Ben or whatever. He could be pulled for
I
it.
think Lotus was talking something about I don't know,
Long
beef, long pork. I don't know. Okay. Well, I guess I'll turn around and just
Thank
like
you
put
so
my
much. You're a
hands
dear.
on Sidel and Gideon's shoulder, be
Wait.
like,
No. Eat breakfast first. That could wait.
Oh.
Just any time. Just
oh,
any
thank
time.
God. Oh, okay, perfect.
I can get through breakfast and probably lunch, dinner stretching in a bit. But
Oh, okay, awesome. All
yeah,
right,
no,
yeah,
you
never
can
mind,
eat right
guys. We'll
now.
go after. I'm getting food. Yeah, until we'll just start grabbing a plate.
While we are there, out of character, if I looked around, would I see any
No,
snake nerds?
no. You see a bunch of familiar faces. I mean, the expedition, but you do not see any snake nerds.
What about me? Not looking for snake nerds, looking for someone that's just like out of place and almost similar to Sinel, like in how they act. Because he's heard that like Sinel's,
Wait,
because
you
he's
think
heard that
You're
Sinel's
look,
brothers have been known
So
to
you're
like
looking for another twink
no,
bruh.
or another
I almost
someone
said
with
something.
another bot with
I
another
said-
bottom
I said
energy.
also way worse.
no, because like Sinel's mentioned that his family, like his brothers, have gotten cosmetic surgery to look more human. So I wouldn't be looking for a snake nerd, dum dum, but I would be keeping an eye out for someone with similar like behavior patterns to Sinel.
I'm not having
Bad
you roll
idea.
because there is not anyone here like that.
Okay, can I have a list of every single person that's here? No, I'm kidding.
You want a list of every single person that's here?
Because I'm
Well,
gonna pair it up to the list of everyone that's not here, and the people that are not here are definitely a date law. Yeah.
They're definitely a snake nerd.
Snake nerd.
a snerd?
Snerd.
They're snorks? Oh no. We can't come along with the snorks.
Or
So, as you get, you guys get your breakfast. You sit down. There's spots. There's spots of 3 clustered together that you can grab. This one happens to be across from Benoit and Osgard.
Ooh.
Benoit is looking a little confused and hi everybody. Funny weather today, I guess.
It's foggy.
oh, gassy.
Yeah, totally. Other than that, nothing weird happened this morning, right?
Nothing at all.
Somebody didn't just come and take two of our party members, right? Looking at Osgard. Osgard seems to be in a little bit of a stupor. He's
Bruh,
eating,
he's drugged.
but he is not paying much attention.
Osgard got too far into the catnip.
I
Osgard's not
think-
feeling too well, but because he can't find any grass to chew on to make himself sick.
I'll just I think he'll just kind of take notice and be like, "You okay, friend?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Then Benoit goes, it's nothing. I mean, it's
It's his time of the month.
Osgard just puts a hand on the back of Benoit's chair and goes, "It's fine. No need to explain." Benoit goes,
And-
it's so how are you guys?
To answer your concerns about your party members, supposedly they'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, that's great, I guess.
The Moon Gardens are strange. I'll never understand them, but fascinating at the same time.
Like a plague.
I don't know. They seem. I wouldn't call them a plague. They've been pretty nice to Deidre and Sachiko.
They kidnapped.
That's because they're married.
I mean, Lotus has always been nice to me when she talks to me. I thought.
She got kidnapped.
By her mother,
I'm not sure
right?
her
Question mark.
I'm not sure her mother taking her is being kidnapped.
How old is Lotus? I think she's emancipated by now.
I mean, from what it seemed
can't-
like, she kind of went pretty willingly. So
I can't answer that.
She had terror in her eyes.
They're gonna say she's a terrorist.
Actually, at this point, you see Osgard has finished his food, puts his plate aside, and puts his head on the table. She just kind of pats him on the back. Just kind of,
Maddie
thing.
climbs onto the table and mimics the back patting.
On Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
God. Benoit looks at Maddie. You're just so cute. I would have loved to have a little thing like you running around.
Looks around, looks down at Asgard, then up at her. She's like, I'd have loved to find something like you. Points to herself and says,
Look what I found!
You mean up at
She
Asgard and down at
smi-
here?
She smiles. God. And goes, okay, he's asleep. Gideon, remember how I was talking to you about, the essence of Gesh?
Yes.
Well, she looks at Asgard. We've had to switch to something different. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm a little worried, to be honest. And this stuff makes him super drowsy. It's not like him.
There's a greenhouse here. We could see if they can grow it, or if they are growing it.
Wait,
Maybe I actually I was talking with Veronica just because maybe it was something that maybe they would know, and it sounds like our best bets are either there or Dr. Grain. Apparently, he's the local physician, and he might have something. I I I don't know, and there's a lot of new people here, but it's for Asgard, and I'm trying my best.
well,
Oh,
you're doing great, Benoit.
we can go talk to the doctor after we talk to the greenhouse.
Yeah, we got a couple of chores on our list today, so I'm sure we could bump that on there.
You got a lot of chores, huh? Okay.
Well, not chores. I guess that's the wrong word. Assignments, things that we gotta do.
I don't want you to feel like I'm giving you assignments. I'm sorry.
No, God,
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there to talk to Dr. Grain. You know what? I'll go with you to the greenhouse. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Okay.
Do you want to go with us down into the mines? You might find a big Maddie down there.
Are you a capable fighter, Benoit?
She's very capable.
She's an artificer, as I am, and it would be nice to see her work in the
Ooh.
field.
What does your gun look like?
She goes, I don't really, I don't really have a firearm. I have, I prefer to rely on this, she says, touching this fly fishing vest she always has on.
And what does that do?
It's undoubtedly some sort of magitech armor of some variety. Interesting.
It's well, let me show you, she says, and she starts pulling out of these pockets just all sorts of items. Rings. Tons of rings. Jugs of suspicious chemicals. All sorts of items.
Oh,
In one of these small pockets, she pulls out a rod that's almost a meter long. And she goes,
Please don't give that to Daniel. Please don't give Daniel the fucking immovable rod.
she goes, it has a lot of things that I might need. And she just says something to it, and it sticks
Well-
in midair.
well, aren't you a Swiss Army knife, eh?
It's the best of
That's
all.
not a real thing in this world. Aren't you
That's
full
fine.
of tricks?
Aren't you a Kingdom Army knife?
Kingdom.
Aren't you a multi-tool?
Aren't you an
The
artificer?
Swiss Army knife, mediocre at everything, good at nothing.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
'Tis better to be jack of all trades than a master of none.
Holy shit, she's got a lot of fucking tools. She's got a lot of fucking tools. Oh my god.
All right, she's like handy manny Bob the Builder.
She'll take that tip, put it in, and then she's like, sometimes I can get lucky, and she'll dig around in a pocket that's behind her and pulled out a wand, and she goes, "Oh, not the one I was hoping for." And she'll put it back.
Oh my god, she's my character from OVA.
Yes, she is your character from
She's like,
Obi Ray that
"Aw,
pulls
man,
a
I
fucking
didn't-"
man pad out of her pocket.
No, it wasn't
It was
that.
a Sam launcher.
It was a
People-
sa-
He pulled a fucking S400 out of his backpack, the whole launcher sight and everything.
OVA sound. I need to play OVA again.
You know, if I ran that again, I would say no silly bullshit like that.
Or you could just limit the amount of bonuses you could stack.
yeah, well, I'd also say no one's allowed to take
that-
bad dub as a flaw.
That wasn't that wasn't bonuses. That was just like a fucking nat 20 roll. That's why it was just like you can get anything.
I was more
anyways.
talking about the way your mech's firearm worked. Anyway,
Oh,
you had stacked like 15 damage modifiers on there.
Big Daddy.
Yeah, half of the turn was
Big
you
Papa.
and Brian doing damage calculations.
Yep.
I expected it from Brian. I didn't from you.
But
They're
I,
so. I'm not actually going to keep looking at those because I am afraid if I tell you more things, you will be inclined to murder Benoit and take her items. At which point I will
Well,
say, okay, campaign over.
don't the items cease to be items whenever she's not alive anymore or unconscious or like
Well,
magically
yeah,
fine?
until you take her vest.
But it's halfling sized, so like Attila can't even put it on. The only one in the party who could theoretically put it on is Sinel, and even that it'll be too small.
Right.
Luckily,
Or maybe Flanagan someday.
maybe
Kill her and put it on Flanagan.
Lu-
Flanagan
luckily,
is my walking toolbox.
Oh,
Attila is
God.
not gonna murder
No.
Benoit, so we're good there.
But
Out of
I
curiosity,
guess
and it's kind of important. Yeah, she looks at Osgard again. He's been through a lot here. We hit right at the moment of 2 full moons. I know you can't see him, but he can still feel them. Rota and Gafalia are full right now, which is usually not the best sign.
what's wrong with
And
him?
so Osgard suffers from lycanthropy. Is I
Ah.
think something that would have.
He's a werewolf.
And with 3 moons in the sky, and each moon doing different things, the more moons active at once, the worse it is. The reason why he is almost sedated is because the conversation went something like this. We're out of your usual stuff. You know, the stuff that actually works. Okay, what alternatives do we have? We have
Opium.
Benadryl.
I can knock you the fuck out. Great. And because I don't know what lycanthrope-sized doses are, because this is something new, do you want me to go too light or too heavy? And he went too heavy.
Understood.
Man,
Because
he
that is
had, like, 6
preferable.
Benadryls.
Yeah, and just take these Benadryls until you start seeing shadow people, and then you'll be okay.
You start seeing
Oh,
shadow.
hell no. Osgard don't have all the Benadryl.
Seeing shadow people. That's all right. Look, I only see those during my sleep paralysis episodes. Okay, which is why I sleep on my stomach nowadays. Although
Right.
you can still feel the eyes on the back of your head.
you know
So
they're
anyway, You know they're there even though you can't see them. They know you know they're there. That's why they hang around.
Well, I guess I'll say, well, Benoit, you're definitely more than welcome to come with us, obviously, and he'll be all right.
Yeah, tell you what, give me just a minute to get him back to his tent, and I'll see you guys, okay?
That's okay. I want to scan this room. Is Gwen there?
Gwen is there. She is enjoying. Well, I wouldn't say enjoying. She is tolerating Reiko's coffee.
Is she by herself?
Yes, she's by herself.
Real quick, interrupting for a meme, it reminds me of the. You have no idea. Get out of here. This man has sniffed too much flex glue, and now he sees Martians.
God, I didn't know they made flex glue now.
It's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Now he sees Martians.
All right. Well, I scan the room. I see Gwen, and I guess I tell Benoit, I'm like, yeah, you take your time. It's all right. And I look at Gideon, and I'll be like, all right.
She'll
Wish me
look
luck.
at you. Yeah, I can do that. But here, she'll slide her untouched plate over to you. If you want this, you can have it. And with a strength, that is not. You wouldn't have guessed the strength by her size, but she stands up and takes Osgard up under one arm. It's hilarious
Oh,
to watch.
oh,
But just puts this guy on her back and walks out.
oh. Okay.
Osgard is
What?
huge.
More than meets the eye, I guess.
Maybe
all
it's
right.
the armor. Maybe it's Maybelline.
I'm gonna take this plate,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to well, it looks good, so I'm gonna eat some of it, but I'm gonna take the rest of it to Gwen.
Okay. Sounds like
Oh,
a plan. So,
anyway.
Sanel is just staring at you this entire time, unblinking, staring.
God.
With this look that's like, when is the fuck up going to happen? I have to be here to see it. I don't know how I'll participate in this, if at all, but I must see it. For science.
All right, Attila, women aficionado.
Oh God. Oh no.
Can you just see Attila like brushing
Oh.
their mane like
Oh no.
licks jowls like a cat that just had a food.
Or anticipating food.
Like
or eating food. Or tangentially related to food. Cats are weird. Anyway.
You.
Cats are weird.
Cats are weird. Now, you step over. She's kind of lost in space, staring into this coffee.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll just. Oh, I'm sorry,
ahead.
Rod.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna walk up and be like, "You hungry?" I had some, but there's still some left.
My fucking God. She looks up at you. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
6 foot tall man. I mean, she's only 5'5".
Let me see real quick. Actually, I just wanna make sure. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm 6'9". My bad. I'm not
Nice.
I'm not Gideon's height, but I am a tall Leona.
6'9".
Nice. Yeah, I just
She
got that.
looks up and. All right, I'm gonna do some die rolling here. Gotta do some die rolling when life isn't. Also, has anyone seen my new dice box yet?
Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty.
Even better. If I can just shake it.
Oh, it's metal.
And it's got dice on the backside.
Oh, that's sick.
Holy shit! I rolled 2 20s. And a 15.
Fuck Rowan, he's always rolling all these fucking wins. I hate Rowan. I hate Rowan as a DM.
Only when you're a DM.
Wins. What the fuck? And then you roll 2 at once.
So, she looks up and... Yeah, sure, why not? I need the fucking food anyways. It's been a shitty morning, hasn't it?
I guess you could say that.
Yeah,
Really
I'm stuck with-
interesting about Lotus and them.
Yep, and I'm stuck here with B tier coffee. You
I-
get the actually, you get the feeling that she was going to say a different word than coffee. It started with a C. Probably company, if you had to guess, but she switched to coffee. And
Yeah,
she'll
I
take that
think
plate.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll put it down in front of her and just be like, yeah, I find that Lotus has a way with coffee. I don't know what it is, but
Oh my fucking god, yes! I am stuck here without Turkish coffee until she gets back. If she gets back.
well, I mean, supposedly they're supposed to be back tomorrow, and
Tomorrow,
hopefully
yeah, I
they take
heard
us
that.
with them this time because I didn't know we could just leave like that. I thought this was a problem.
Yeah, I guess not. It's not a problem for anyone who can fucking teleport.
Hey,
She
You
probably
know-
motions for you to take a seat beside her while she digs into the plate.
yeah, I'll sit. I don't know if it's like I don't know how it's stationed. If it's like benches like across from each other like a table,
It's
or if
chairs.
it's chairs.
chairs.
Can I
Yep.
take a chair across from her?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, yeah, I'll sit down across from her. And it'll be like, so how are things going with you and Lotus and them, by the way?
I think she pauses at that in the middle of like a forkful, and then just. Oh, I see what you're doing. She'll take that. She'll take that. She's like,
What am I
What?
doing?
"What? I stayed a little late one day. Just because you noticed doesn't mean anybody else has to know."
Oh, that's what that was. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, I saw you smile, and I don't know.
Well, yeah, you caught me. What else am I gonna do? Oh. She
Did-
reaches across the table and pats your hand.
Yeah, this like big, this like big 6'9" lion is just sitting there with his hand on the table.
She pats your hand.
Oh.
And go.
That was cringing so hard.
How does she do this politely? How does she do it?
I'm not into cats. I'm allergic to cats.
I'm not. See, she would originally say, "I'm not into puss." I'm not. Anyway, she goes,
Yeah, but my bad. I don't have a whole lot of experience in this area, so I'm just
because I've rolled so well, she's in a good mood, and she goes, "You're absolutely fine. Hey, maybe you could join us for coffee some morning. I mean, my deal with Lotus is I provide the commentary, and she provides the coffee. We just want to talk shit on people around camp."
okay.
Especially since there are a bunch of new people that wander by in the mornings, and some of them have started to mingle. I could talk. There's this guy that's come by into Bob's tent, I think, once. I call him the Walrus because he's got this fucking walrus mustache. It's awful.
Oh yeah,
actually-
I bet it's
He's actually a
terrible.
Tuskar.
Until he's not really used to like talking mad shit on people, so he's like,
Right.
"Oh yeah, Definitely, that's stupid.
She goes, "You don't have to placate me. Seriously. I'm sorry, but
It's
that doesn't.
it's it's okay.
Motherfucker, stop tearing up the carpet. Anyway,
Like I said, I just don't have a whole lot of experience in this area, so I just misjudged is all. So that's my
you're
bad.
good. You're good. But hey, that doesn't mean. Look, you want to stop by anytime? I'm usually free to talk.
Okay.
Unless I'm in Lotus's tent, then it's 50-50 whether we're busy
Yeah,
or not.
then I'll stand clear. I know how people are in heat. It's brutal.
Did you just say in heat?
Yes, I did.
And
She's just like,
Snow?
that's such a fucking, so fucking dorky. Go ahead, Sano.
Snow is going to use their free cast of sending and just say, "Get out of there," in Attila's head.
What?
Just
What's the
look
matter?
directly
Did I say
at you,
something?
Sanel.
And he's going,
Hey, Sanel, you see, as you're doing this, you
like,
have
heard that and was like,
Eris.
"Oh, fuck." Yeah,
You
so
have
Eris
Eris
walks in and he's like,
sit
"No."
right across from you. She's got a plate of food. She seems
Eris.
a little dejected.
You seem in a chipper mood, my friend. Leaning over and
Oh.
mouthing, "Get out," to Attila.
I figured you were the figured it was safe to sit here because you wouldn't ask questions. Maybe I was mistaken.
I'm an artificer and a man of science. I live on questions.
Hmm. Such big words for so early in the morning, she says, taking a sip of coffee.
You should see me in the evening.
If you're anything like Lotus, I think I'll stay away.
If I were anything like Lotus, I would have been kidnapped as well.
I mean, that's pretty fair. Yeah, it is a shame they took Sage, though.
A shame. It's the calmest this camp's ever been.
She goes, yeah, it's a shame. Why? Everybody's finding love except these two. Insight. Yep. They fucking or were.
You've gotta be fucking kidding me, says Senel as they sit back.
She's like, "What are you yelling about?"
Is the Moon Guard some sort of international conspiracy to fuck everything in this camp?
She goes, no. I mean, I know her parents were pretty wild in their younger years, at least from what I've heard. But there's something of folk heroes. If that's what you're asking. Or if you're just
No.
asking, are there children out to fuck everything that moves?
Yes.
I mean, Dahlia seems pretty tame, don't you think?
I don't trust anyone that looks exactly like Lotus.
I don't trust anyone that talks like... I don't know. I can't finish the insult. You've destroyed my mental capacity this early in the morning. She drinks more coffee.
She set him up. She's like, and he's like, huh. It sounds like someone else has destroyed your physical capacities.
She goes, really? At least I don't rely on my magic to let me go toe-to-toe with Leonin. Or at least I don't allow myself to get into a situation where I have to use magic to go toe-to-toe with Leonin.
No, you're a bit too busy going row to row, it seems. I'm not going to begrudge you for your carnal pleasures, lady.
Lady, haven't we been around each other longer than that? You can use my first name.
I thought it would
I
be
did watch
slightly
your
more
cart, after
pejorative.
all.
Yes, thank you. Did better than it has. It looked better before all of this, and now we're going into some cursed mine in order to repair it. There might be giant maddies down there. Would you like me to get you one?
Only if it comes with... Never mind. She changes her mind on what she's about to say.
Wise.
What did Sanel think she was going to say?
It doesn't matter. Sanel's just putting that out there because that's the best way to insult someone, is being like, yeah, that's a smart idea, and then not follow up on it at all.
God. Cutting back to Attila real fast.
Yeah.
You are just inundated with a lot of... I mean, a lot of it is small talk, but for whatever reason, Gwen seems really comfortable talking with you.
Yeah, I think at this point Attila probably would have dropped his since you know how like when someone is a interest, like you're just super awkward, but as soon as that's dropped and it's obviously not an option anymore, they just become way more lax, and that's probably what it should have been to
Right.
begin with.
Probably to begin with, yeah, probably.
Yeah, so Attila will drop his like nervousness and just like actually start like asking about like yeah, small talk, just like, oh, just but how did you join the expedition and whatnot and stuff like that.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. She would talk about how she joined the Renegades probably about 3 months before there was an opening that they needed filled. And she said, so, working with House Zedric, they pointed me that direction. And I joined.
Wait, Zedric was the Gaul, right? Gaul was a Zedric, right?
Yeah, although by that point he had already left the city. Kind of in... Well, between you and me, how do I put this nicely? He was young money with an old money name. Does that make sense? He didn't really fit
No.
in with the upper... He didn't really fit in with a lot of the upper class. He had a lot of different ideas that they didn't really agree with. They decided it was best for him to leave for a bit. More party politics. It's... Even out here on the fringes of civilization, you can't get away from Lotus politics. What with that Viridia spy, all of the Zedrics. I mean, the Claw are only here because the Zedric hopefuls ended up moving. Zedric hopefuls ended up making this expedition just to make Zedric happy.
Your inner city politics make no sense to me at all.
I've done a lot
Like,
of work for a lot of families, and I can agree with you. It 100% doesn't make any sort of rational sense. People backstabbing just to backstab, people stealing shit because they know they can, people paying people off because that's just how you grease the wheels in the city. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it right now.
what well, I mean, not here specifically. I mean, we're surrounded by fog and whatnot, but the plains, they're beautiful. Like they have everything you could ever need. You know where to look, and the
Yeah,
plains
I
provide.
know. But I don't know. Don't you have friends you miss? People you miss?
Well, I miss my mother. She's the seeker of our pride, so
Uh-huh.
she's
No
got her
one
own place.
else?
I miss my
Really?
grandmother.
I understand. She looks at you like, you have so much to learn. You know what? I'll help you with that.
Help me with what?
Find you somebody. I mean, it's not the best pickings out here right now, but we can find you something, I'm sure.
Oh,
If at least
it's
for a little bit of fun.
yeah, yeah. Somebody's some fun, and he'll until he'll get like actually nervous again, like just kind of like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Calm down, that's only if you want to. Seriously.
No, I mean I want to. It's just I'm in no better relationship than with my sword and shield. That's pretty much my
But
life.
you came over here and talked to me anyway.
I guess look where that got me. Eh?
She's like, yeah, because you kind of talked to somebody that's... You know what, never mind. Seriously, we'll find somebody. Hmm...
Well, it's not
You kind of talk
my.
to Naya a lot. No, maybe not Naya.
That is sweet. I don't know.
She's got the sight thing going on. That makes her a little hard to talk to sometimes.
Sometimes I find it comforting. No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true. Speaking of which, I haven't seen her around in the past couple days. Wonder where she's been.
She's got the sight. She just needs some
Actually don't know.
jet.
Did you? You're the person that OD'd Mama Murphy, didn't you?
And then shot her out of cannon.
You as a funeral goodbye?
Yep. She only got like 30 feet. The cannon kind of sucks.
Okay. We're gonna cut for a second with Attila here, back to Sinel.
Yeah, I
Paris.
gotta go to the bathroom, so that's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
And,
Is
yeah.
Sage's being gone why you're so mopey?
She goes, gee, how could you fucking tell? At least I'm not like her, she says, pointing in the opposite corner of the room.
Who is in the opposite corner of the room?
Stacy.
And how does Stacy look to someone who don't know how people do?
Well, she's got her head on the wall. She's got untouched food in front of her. There are tears running down her face that she is just not even bothered to fix anymore.
Don't you have some oath to fix problems like this?
She goes, what, a broken heart? No.
I don't know. I don't
And
gesturing towards her. I don't know these things. And I do
I
use
mean,
things.
she's like, what? I'm not gonna fuck her. Sage already told me
No.
what that is. What that's like.
No. Talk to her.
For what? Tell her, oh, it's okay that the person that fucked you once didn't like it and left is, gone more permanently than he was before.
I mean, you could phrase it better. Certainly.
Excuse me, I think we are both well known for our bluntness.
Yes, but I believe that you temple folk were of the people.
I am of the people, for the people, but I am also not a pastor.
Everything has to be so complicated with you religious folk. Clearly just giving her beef.
Right, and she goes, abso-fucking-lutely it does. Didn't you know that I can only smite people every other Sunday, and when I have, a witness present? Or when they piss me off really bad?
All of this, and very much is like doing weird, like, don't know how to talk about things, hand gestures, but don't want to make obscene hand gestures, but want to make obscene hand gestures.
She's like, you can just say it. I don't give a shit.
All of this commingling has made things so messy here.
She goes, yeah, just like anywhere else. You put 70 people on a fucking expedition for probably about a year, and you're gonna get some horny fucks, right? I mean, just look
Especially
at
if
Gideon.
then-
In some ways, if he didn't have a wife to go home to, I have a feeling he would be not a good life.
Speaking
Anyway,
as speaking as someone who is bathed with the man, no. I don't believe that Gideon would ever have such thoughts unless he was thinking about killing some giant beast.
is that what gets him off? Okay.
Don't be mean to my candlehead. He is a simple
Oh, are you getting protective?
cretin
Are you getting protective?
of my party, as you should be of yours.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling a little impotent at the moment. That's why I'm covering with crass discourse.
That's why I'm covering him with, and before she can finish, she goes, impotent humor.
She goes, "You wound me. You wound me." She was about to say "sir," and then realized, "How do I can't finish this."
You wound me, Admiral.
Didn't want to use Admiral.
That's, well, I know. See, this is where we get into the mic conversation of I just need 2 rafts, and I'm an admiral.
2 rafts, and you're an admiral.
Yeah, you have 2 ships.
Can it be like Hot Wheel sized ships?
Theoretically, yeah. Who's to stop you?
Who's to stop you?
But
She
you
goes-
wound me.
She goes, "But hey, can I distract you once again with telling you what Sage told me?"
There's a long look that's like, I don't know if I should respond to this, but there's a slow yes.
Apparently she's a teeth banger. Looking back over at Stacy again.
I don't know what that means. I've never touched another person, Eris. You're going to have to dumb it down for kindergartners.
I've seen you get hugs before.
Never of my own volition.
It means that she can't help but hit her teeth against yours when she kisses.
That sounds very uncomfortable. I don't understand why people kiss.
She goes, "Oh, it can feel good sometimes."
Perhaps it's different when you have poison-infused fangs.
Well, don't use them. I've seen you put them away.
Where's the fun? What is the expression I have heard used? What fun is a snake with no venom?
That's kind of kinky, and I'm
I regret
not
saying
sure I'm here
this.
for that. I regret saying this.
Maddie, quick, say something funny in order to distract us from this situation.
Mushroom.
Thank you. I don't know
God.
where she picked any of these up. I certainly didn't program those for her. And they don't sound like Bob, and Bob is, as far as I can tell, the only dwarf around here.
God. Hold on. What exactly did you say? Because I need to fucking write that down. About the poison. Venom.
Yeah, it's something I've heard before, which is what fun's a snake with no venom? They were using it to say about don't get a vasectomy.
God. Alright. I've got that written down at least. Okay. So, because that's going in the hood rat shit. Quotes. Quotes in hood rat shit.
You're just putting that there so that Amy will be like, huh? Mo? She'll be in her cult meeting and just make the fucking Tim Allen.
God. Her cult meeting. We're gonna cut back to Attila for a sec.
Yeah,
Gwen is going, yeah. Benoit's too quiet, and more importantly, I think she's a little small.
it's really okay right now.
You think her and Osgard are a thing, though?
I mean, they just seem friendly to me. I
How
don't
does
know.
that even work? Does it? I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're talking about you.
You know what?
Well, until it came out that that Dahlia had a sister. sister. Until that Dahlia had a something. Apparently, it's not official. I would have just said Dahlia. Makes sense. Or did you
Oh,
already
her.
get warned off by Lotus?
Well, I mean, Lotus is obviously protective of her sister, and she does get really defensive when I say I need to have a private talk with her, because I still do.
What do you
But
need to talk with her about?
I don't know. She said something about. Well, I guess she kind of already alluded to. She looked at me and then made a face, not the face that you
The
made
way
at me.
the way that I made it. Okay,
No,
like what?
no, different. Like it was like a like like a wince, like, and then said something cryptic, like, "Oh, that happens" or something. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess she can't really. She said that she can't tell people because things change, but then she alluded to these, and I just point to the cards
Mm-hmm.
on my side, strapped to
What
my
about
belt.
them? It's a deck of cards, although I've never seen you use them.
Well, it's because I acquired them from a magic woman in the forest. And I know how that sounds, but I guess we are on an expedition, a magical expedition, so I don't think it's pretty far-fetched at this point. But I got him from a magical woman in the forest, and when I use all of them, l- l- uh, I guess just if I use them slowly but surely, my life force will drain. But they have good boons, and then but they can hurt at the same time. So
It sounds
I
like
haven't.
somebody fed you a crock of shit.
Well, I guess I won't know. And no, it wasn't. She knew. I don't know.
Come on, draw one. What's the worst that could happen?
No, no,
Oh, come on.
no.
How many of
It
them
will
are
not.
there?
11. Well, 22 total, but when I draw one, the reciprocating one apparently draws as well. It's a give and take.
11 fucking draws at worst. You haven't tried yet? This is why you don't have anybody in your tent at night. I'm joking, mostly.
Listen, I appreciate you, looking out for someone for me and whatnot. And I'm sorry about the misunderstanding. But and I appreciate that you said that I can come and talk to you, and it's vice versa. If you need someone to talk to as well, then come to me. And hey, if you need someone to show you how to swing a sword around, if you're not proficient in it or not, help you out.
Maybe. But don't think I'm not going to be looking for people for you, because now I have nothing else to do with my time.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think he'll stand up at this point, and just kind of stand up and like just tower over her and just be like, "All right, well, if you want to keep an eye out, that's your prerogative. Go ahead."
What
Um,
about Eris? I mean, hmm. Hmm. If you don't mind, Sage. Uh,
I I don't know. I think it will come with time.
I, Snell, you hear at the table, what about Eris? And Eris just kind of stops in the middle of her conversation with you and just
And
goes,
if
"What's
she looks over at us,
happening?"
hearing her name, Attila would look at her at the same exact time.
Yeah,
It's like,
no, she'll look.
And
She
Sonel
looks.
leans over to look past Eris and look at Gwen like, yeah, what about Eris?
I mean, then you hear. I mean, as long as you don't mind Sage.
wait, wait. Are they?
Oh,
Is that a thing? Are they a thing?
I think it's a casual kind of thing. I mean,
Huh.
yeah, casual. Kind of like me and the three of them.
See, this whole thing doesn't happen back home. This is
Agreed.
Well, no, that's because you're a sad snake man who's never had any in his life. Their life. Sad Snake Man.
Um,
Another one to add to quotes and hood rat shit.
listen, Gwen, it was nice talking to you, but I
Hey, yeah.
gotta supply us with, or at least try and
Hey,
convince
Make
someone
you
to
a
get
deal.
us.
You bring me the food, I supply the commentary.
I might take you up on that deal again sometime.
Don't be a stranger.
All right, and I'll just I'll stand up and I'll walk back over to Sinel and Gideon if there's still a spot there.
Yeah, Gideon
Is-
is just
is-
sitting
No,
there
there's still
going,
a spot
I'm a
there.
ranger.
Is Gideon
Yep.
here right now, or is he
Gideon's
is he
still
doing
there.
his thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Gideon's still there.
Well, I mean,
He's-
like actually, like
Oh,
I guess
So
his
you can
Daniel's
sit-
still
I think
here.
he's
Oh.
doing the thing.
Okay.
Yes, he's
okay,
a
cool.
ranger. Do you
Okay.
sit across from Eris or next to Eris?
Who do you
I'll sit-
sit
I'll-
next to?
I'll sit across from her. I think
Okay. Next to
in
Sinel.
Attila's mind, it's much better to like face a person head on, eye
Mhm,
contact,
right.
all that stuff.
And it's what about Eris? As long as you don't mind Sage. Was she trying to say Sage's sloppy seconds?
Oh, I'm
Did she
right
say that?
here.
Did she say that to me?
Yeah. She's
Oh.
looking at you like, is that what she means?
It's so now that now that it's been pointed out like that she's like maybe a prospect, it'll get weird again.
It's gonna get weird again.
And you just be like, I don't. She said that
Why
I had
is
a
it always-
miscommunication with Gwen, and it was
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I think she looks over at Snelling.
Does he really do the fucking? Because if he does that, Snell's just gonna be like,
She looks at Snell and goes, Why do I always get bottom vibes from the big ones?
because they are deep down.
I'm not. She said that maybe like
What, you're not a bottom, or
no. Wait, what's
I
a
hate
bottom?
this conversation. We should go to that mine and potentially die, because I think I would rather die than continue this conversation.
Eris stands probably. It is probably time for me to be going to. Maybe I'll show you sometime. She says.
I hate
Says to Attila, and as she turns, and puts her stuff away and leaves.
Oh.
She's going to be doing this exclusively because I hate it.
I guess I look at her as she walks away, and then I'll look at Snell and just be like, "What's a bottom?"
The one that gets fucked.
But I'm a man.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's
Long, hard snake person stare
well. I mean,
just to
I'm
make you
mad.
uncomfortable.
yeah. Attila doesn't understand because it's not like it's not a. You gotta mate in the pride with the. It's not that it's banned. It's just it's not common.
And let us say, for example, that people want their lovemaking to be like starting a fire, rubbing two sticks together.
I don't think that'd feel good for anyone.
Gideon, come back. I need you so fucking bad.
I hate this. I'm not going to sit down and explain homosexual
Alright,
relationships to you.
Okay. Regardless, I have a lot to think about now. You want to go? Just to go talk to the person. What do you say?
Yes, let's go. Like I said, I think I'd rather die in the mines.
Are you coming along?
I'm
a
ranger.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, I can't do a good Gideon.
Oh no,
ranger.
Gideon got
Nope.
space diarrhea.
Yep. The space diarrhea that makes you say I'm a ranger.
Yep.
Anyway,
as we
I'm
walk
a
out, I'll
ranger.
just, oh, he's back.
Perfect
Hey.
time. You just missed Sanel having to try to explain gay sex to Attila.
Oh dear God. I'm going back to the interview, Jeffrey.
Because Eris
Jeffrey.
why Attila seems like a bottom, and then he's like, "What's a bottom?"
No, why did the big ones always end up being bottoms? Or give me bottom vibes?
Dear God.
Bottom energy. And also was trying to say that if Gideon didn't have a wife, Gideon would fuck. And Snell said, as someone who's bathed with the man, no.
Excuse me?
What? They have.
It's getting
Confirmed.
over.
Yeah, but if you were like he wouldn't fuck?
Like, no, because Gideon only thinks about killing large creatures. Or
I f-
my wife.
I feel attacked.
See, this is like the Maxie.
back
I think
here.
it's time we had a talk. Oh God, Dad.
Yep.
Your
Wyatt,
dad doesn't have sex, Maxie. Your dad
uh,
fucks.
whenever we leave, I'll
Anyways.
just tell Reika, or yeah, Reika. I'll tell her
Yeah.
that it was delicious as always. It was amazing, and I'll be back.
Absolutely. Yeah, please. So, you guys actually catch Benoit coming in the door as you're headed out, and breakfast done already? I can, yeah.
For us, I mean, if you're still hungry, I mean, I'm sure there's
No. I'm fine. And
Snell leans in close and goes, "You don't want to be in there."
oh, why? I think Gwen was sitting close to the door, and she turns because Sanel is a sad snake man that doesn't get laid. Sad snake they that doesn't get laid.
Gideon, Attila, can I just have one?
No.
One.
Murder pass.
Oh no, God, Adelier, gods damn it, no.
But it would be so useful for my experiments.
Gwen is nice enough. We're not gonna murder her
Gwen goes,
today.
yeah,
Lotus
then you'd
would be
have to
pissed.
deal with Lotus. I mean, after all.
I deal with Lotus every day. I live in the same cart as Lotus.
Yeah,
I
but
deal
you've-
with Lotus almost as much as her wives do, and not in that way before anyone.
I guess I'm
thinks
putting
that.
too much faith in the fact that she would treat you killing me the same as you killing her wives. Yeah, that's a bit of an oversight.
Lotus loves me too much anyway. Shall we be off?
Yeah, no one's murdering anyone. You have a good day,
Yeah.
Gwen.
Yeah, let's go. And you guys, I will actually just pull you guys over to where the garden is. The garden is on the north side of town. All the way over here. Oh, you're not on Beacon Map?
No.
Otherwise, I
Not
would have
on the
had...
bacon map.
I told it to at the beginning. Oh well. Up at the
Aw,
north.
you ruined it. You cleaned it.
So, this is a glass paneled building. Walls, ceiling, greenhouse. Massive. Just opposite of the warehouse. There are a couple of houses here. And as you guys were making your way down, if you guys had questions about directions, there were always helpful people more than willing to point you in the right way. As dreary as this town might look, the people here seem to be kind of chipper. There are new people in town, new faces, new friends to make.
It's refreshing yet odd.
Yes.
Sanel probably does mutter something with that you two can hear, which is like, why is it wherever we go, people are happy?
I don't know, so now
Well,
maybe you should try it
because-
sometime.
Maybe because being sad is hard.
I'm not sad.
I didn't say you
I'm
were.
perfectly neutral.
We happy few.
But doesn't that, I don't know, feel hard?
Hard tests of life strengthen us.
Or
I can agree
or-
with that.
Right.
Attila vibes with it.
You see her glance down at the scars she says she has. Right. Right.
We can
The-
only learn from every step of life.
We haven't talked to Astra about you, she says, looking up at Gideon. I'm so sorry, I forgot. I'll have to ask.
He just nods like, it's all right.
No,
Oh,
no,
right. The stares at Gideon long and hard because this is all because Gideon didn't fucking listen to Snell. We never had that exercise on listening.
Well, maybe we should just go. She says, looking at the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'll enter
Right.
with Gideon here. Remove myself. Shit.
How dare you close that door on me?
Oh
Open it.
shit! I didn't mean to
Lord.
lock it.
No,
Open
no,
the
it wasn't locked.
goddamn door!
I opened it and Sano closed it in my
No,
face.
no. I clicked it repeatedly and it wouldn't open.
Because it was locked.
Open for me.
Yeah, because then I right clicked it and locked it. So, you step in, and this place is. You are immediately accompanied or greeted with,
Moisture.
yes, humidity and warmth.
Wow.
This
my
this
main
place
frizzes
feels
up
tropical.
instantly.
What's that?
Said my main frizzes up instantly.
Yeah,
Snell's
pretty
just
much.
enjoying
Your
this.
perm
Snell's
is
happy.
ruined.
And Benoit goes, "Oh, this is beautiful.
It's
Who are we here to
comfortable.
talk to again?"
Uh,
Why do
Z-
we live
Z-
here?
Zenny? Zimmy? Zany?
Oi! I'm pretty sure you're looking for Nikki.
Oh, that's nope, not even close. Hello.
It's just a voice in the gardens. What you
Yeah.
want?
Hello.
The plants are talking again.
No.
I
you-
ain't no plant.
Exactly.
He's smiling.
Listen to the plant that says that they're not a plant, which is exactly what a plant would say.
Nikki.
Are you calling me a liar? As from this patch of pumpkins, and a halfling freshly out of her adolescence who wears a look of suspicion with hair stuffed under an oversized knitted cap and joints and fingernails black with trapped dirt. A gray and black pig nearly twice her size and loaded up with supplies nuzzles at her for attention. What are you doing here?
What are you doing to me, swamp?
Hi. I'm
Close the
Attila the Sun
door!
Touched. Oh,
Close
okay.
the door, you're letting all the heat out! Looking at Benoit, who I'm sorry. I didn't. My bad.
Don't worry, we have someone who will generate all of that heat in good time.
What? The candle head over there?
Thank you. Thank you for understanding.
Careful, Sunil. I might take my murder pass.
On me, I'd enjoy it. Do it.
No murdering where my plant. Actually, maybe the iron's good for them.
It's
And then I can take the
fertilizer,
bones for
isn't it?
calcium. And then. I'm sorry. No murdering. There's a lot of paperwork involved. I don't want to talk to Timony right now. So, what are the four of you doing here?
Hello. I'm Attila the Sun Touched. This is Sidel, Gideon, and Benoit.
Alright.
We're-
Nikki Basil. And this is Floyd, she says, pointing at the pig behind her.
Charmed.
I'll pet the pig. Hello, Basil. Or not Basil.
Eddie will pet
Sorry.
the pig.
Nikki Basil, yeah. Sorry, Floyd, yep.
Floyd, yeah.
Yep, Floyd.
Um,
Floyd is like a big dog. You do that, and then it flops over onto its side.
oh.
Oh, Maddie climbs off of Snell and goes to give the piggy back belly rubs.
Aww.
Well, while Maddie's rubbing its belly, I think I'll just be like, we're here on behalf of Breaka. She needs
What
more
is that fat
supplies.
cunt want?
Oh, wow, okay. Well, for produce for the food, numbers are
Great,
getting
I
up
told
there.
her that I gave her the week's supply yesterday. If it ran out, it ran out. I have other people to feed.
Well,
She can't just get all of it because she runs a restaurant around here now, don't you know?
That
Is
does seem like
there-
a good cause for having more food.
A good cause for having more food. You know what? Look at what I've made, she says, at just waving her hands around this garden. This garden has a mixture of full-size fruit and small fruit.
Oh, so kind of like our party.
God. You're
yes,
hysterical.
it's beautiful. You've done great work here. I understand that. I don't know exactly what you're shipping or not shipping. Your supplies are looking like, but if there's any way that we could help out in order to, I don't know, make some sort of deal or something, I'd more than open to it. I would want to help Rico as much as I can.
Is there anything in the mines you need? We're already going down there, might as well.
The
That is true.
mines? Why would I need anything from the deep dark earth when I have all of the earth I need right here?
Hey,
She
I
looks at
mean,
Gideon. Are your friends daft?
Somewhat.
I can tell. Benoit probably goes, they're not, we're just new and trying to understand.
listen,
I'm just taking
Oh.
the piss.
if we are talking, I don't know, the mines have to have, I don't know, soil that's more rich than what you have available to you up here, right?
It's not a problem of virility of the soil. It's a problem of volume. She looks around. This biome here is very particular. I can't just force it to grow more and have a quality of produce that makes sense.
We do have someone that could.
What, the druid
Um,
friend of yours?
Yeah, she's
Yes.
gone right now.
Great. Well, that would make 2 druids in here. Helpful? Maybe, maybe not. The fact of the matter is, as soon as you go away, and you will, I might be right back to the same problem. And she looks back at Gideon. You're the quiet one in this group. That means you're the thinker, am I right?
Sure.
Hmm.
Snell just looks over at Attila like, you hear this bitch?
You
Like,
hear
doesn't
this,
say
bitch?
that, but this is like, you fucking hear this? You hear this bitch? What the fuck? Like,
And he'll
What?
give you a look back, just like, yeah, I hear it, but
She's like, maybe. No, I'd get thrown in the clink for that.
Are you also wanting to get a murder pass?
No, just come here. And she'll disappear into these leaves. All of a sudden, she goes, "Come on this way!" As she pops up in a different section of the garden entirely
whoa.
and disappears back into it.
She's got plant walk. I guess I'll go into the plants.
God.
Step
follow
all over
them,
her
Matt.
garden.
Follow them, Maddie.
Yeah, we'll follow.
And yeah, as you guys follow, she pops out of different spots, just this way, over here, and she's leading you to the back of the greenhouse to a small, what looks to be workshop / home. She's got a cot. She's got a stove with a kettle on it that is, well, she's pulled the lid off. It's boiling merrily. She'll take it off the stove, pour 5 teacups, and goes, "Alright, so first things first," she says, pulling out 4 sheets of paper. "Y'all need to sign these before I say any more." They are sheets of paper with writing on them, Sunel. A cursory glance, especially after dealing with Maximilian Princeton, would tell you that these are legal documents.
Waivers.
At least handwritten legal documents.
How well are we talking? Like, Snell's looking for loopholes that Snell can use.
Pretty much it's just you don't talk or you don't disclose anything I tell you in this garden from this point forward.
Oh, non-disclosure agreements.
It's an NDA.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Didn't expect to see anything like this outside of Lotus.
I have to cover my back, don't I?
I'm sure that these will be quite legally binding.
I don't know
Those
what any of
Kuno
this means.
signs.
And then he starts
As binding as
signing.
I can make them. Don't. Wait, what does Attila do?
I said, I don't know what any of this means, and I'll start signing it.
Benoit's looking hers over. Attila. Well, okay, and she'll sign hers as well. Gideon,
And also,
what do-
I just
go
thought of
ahead,
something.
Sanel.
The whole time they've been here, something has clicked in Maddie's not brain and is trying to get the Druidess's attention, and then starts pointing down as if to indicate like us going underground, and then just says,
Mushroom.
She goes, "What about mushrooms, me little darling?"
I think she's saying we could bring some. Isn't that right, my dear creation?
You guys, can you fill for just a second? I will be right back.
La 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 la.
God, this bitch over here saying Gideon's the smart one.
He is. He is the thinker. You don't think. You just act. According to Gideon.
Yeah, and what's Gideon's intellect? Like that of a fourth grader?
Yeah. But you act.
Gideon reflects.
Yes. That reflect damage.
That too.
Yeah, Gideon also drinks suspicious liquids in a suspicious castle and goes, "Whoa, guess that was cursed."
And see, there's more of that not thinking you do.
Shut the fuck
If
up.
if he hadn't drank it, the others would be constantly fighting you so they could drink it. So he was like, "Fuck it, I've got the strongest body. I'll drink it and prove that it's either A,
He'd
dangerous, or B,
already
safe."
broken their cups. He took it
They
to the next stop of you can't drink it if it's broken, and then threw it against the wall.
they were trying to lick it off the ground
And it wasn't working.
because you were so.
Also, if let's just say if it had in Snell's mind, if it had been JR or Flanagan, oh well.
All right, I'm back.
Gideon's more
Welcome
of a
back.
threat when he's possessed by a goddamn demon.
I mean, this is true. But that being said,
Demon Bunny would have been pretty cool too, you have to admit.
a dunny
Done.
Evil little bunny.
or a
rabbit.
beeman? A beeman or a dunny?
An Angie Banui.
Angie Benoit. All right. But she'll gather up these papers once they're signed. And she goes, mushrooms might help for a little while, but I don't have anywhere right now to, well, grow them. At least aside from where I'm already growing them. Ain't that right, Floyd? She scratches his pig under the chin. You see, Floyd here's a very special kind of pig. He can find special mushrooms.
Ah, truffles.
Sure, truffles.
If such a word is fitting.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't eat these truffles. Not all at once. Then again, I'm pretty small, so...
Slowly looking at Gideon with this look like, you hear that? Don't eat them.
I wouldn't eat them all at once. Someone my size, maybe an eighth. Yours, maybe a quarter. But that's for, like, all day. And all night, too.
Oh, magic mushrooms.
Oh, they're magic, all right.
I'm already magic.
Now, what I was going to show you. She pulls out. She probably she pulls out a chest from underneath his bench, and she pulls out a ring of keys. She unlocks 3 locks on this thing and opens it up to a bunch of items in a smaller box. She unlocks that one to open it up to find this inside this inner box, rummaging around. She'll pull out a aha. She'll shut this lid and she'll shut the trunk, lock everything up, and put it back in underneath the bench. And she'll go, so everything I'm gonna say stays here, right? You signed it.
Yup.
I've never had to use these, but maybe someday Timony will back me up. And she'll put this book on the table in front of you. I got this from Master's library.
You stole it from Astra's library, you mean?
Borrowed without asking.
Borrow implies you intend to return it.
I do, once I'm done with it.
Is it not a public library? I thought it.
Well, she says, opening it up to the middle of the book. It's as public as you can get, she says, pointing at the fact that these books are... It's just written in this... It's a shifting, moving language that is impossible to decipher. Sometimes it's a letter that you could, there's a letter you can understand. Sometimes there's whole words. Other times it's in a different set of runes entirely. Or then other times it's scratch marks. It's just shifting and moving. She goes, this book, I can't read. None of us can. Well, except Astra. But she's daft, so I wouldn't do that. But that doesn't mean I can't look at the pictures. And she moves. She turns this book to a bookmark that's inside of it. And she's like, here. And it's a picture of the lighthouse. And it's got a drawing that depicts somewhere under this lighthouse some sort of device. It's just a mass of lines drawn all together. It's almost impossible to make out what its function is supposed to be. And there's all sorts of lines all over this drawing that are pointing from sections of text that are just indecipherable. And she goes, something tells me that the lighthouse is meant for more than we think it is.
But it's underground.
The mechanisms for
is.
it are.
Mm-hmm. If you are able to find that somehow, I'm sure that would do something. My guess is that it, gets rid of the fog. At least enough to see. Because between you and me, I'm not really a people person. And the likes of you people just being able to wander in any time of day or night doesn't make me very happy.
That seems like a common problem. Then looking to Benoit and be like, talking in technical jargon, basically conferring if we both agree that that is probably what this machine would be capable of, just from what we can see of the schematics.
Mm-hmm. Maddie, for sure, thinks we're rich.
We're rich.
I know some of these words. Pictures.
Right? I know some of these words. Yeah.
Fuh. That's about all I got.
Oh, it shifted. It's something else now. God.
Okay,
But-
It was the
well,
best of times. It was the blurst of times.
She goes,
The blurst.
I would tear this out for you, but I've already accidentally, she says, flipping it to the next page. You can see there is a torn out page, or at least where there was a torn out page.
Oh,
It's gonna get
someone's
murdered.
getting
They-
their library card revoked.
That's what I don't want. But if you promise not to tell me, tell Reika this. I can get her some more food, but on the contingency that you all figure out what this is, turn it on.
Of course.
okay.
Wouldn't this
Simple
mean that
enough.
Astra has had the method to turn it on this whole time and has held it away from everyone?
She goes, I don't know if Astra knows anything, really. I mean, look at that library. It's so huge. How does anybody have time to... How does anybody have time to read all that?
By
And
being
if you're able
immortal.
to... By being immortal. Right, and now she's crazy as a loon. So even if she knew what she could... what it was, do you think she'd be able to do anything about it? It's really that... It's really October that has her on a leash.
Which leads to one question I've been wondering since we got here and found her. How does a vampire stay here with so few cattle, I guess they would call them?
She goes, wouldn't you like to know? Actually,
Yes,
I can tell you, this
would.
garden's empty. Or this garden, you signed an NDA, and this garden won't talk to anyone except me.
Or lovers?
Sometimes we get people in that are really bad. All of the flotsam and jetsam that washes up on these shores. Well, let's just say dear old Adelair is making sure we get a wide dichotomy. We always look for the benefit of the doubt. But there are some things that people do here that'll get you locked up in the clink.
Definitely looking back towards Gideon and Attila with this look that's like, yikes! They're murderers. Okay.
She goes, there was one time we had someone come in, a man named Drago. Long time ago. He
Wait,
murdered 4 people in
Was that
one
the-
night. What's that?
was that the name of the we found information in the forest for like a lich that was named
No.
of that? Okay, it's different person.
No,
Different person.
we it's Svarog.
Hmm. So it's gonna be like, are we? Uh-oh, we're following the line that the lich did to commit all of his atrocities in order to create his phylactery and become a lich. Uh-oh.
She goes, it took half the town, and Timony had to come in to take care of him. We subdued him, and he was put in the clink. Now, they're not dead. As far as I know, Astra's... Well, let's just put it this way. A couple of people around town did get put in the clink. They're back out now.
They are, or what's left of them?
No, actually, if you ask them, sometimes they'll talk about it. Sure, she uses them as food, but apparently she also takes care of them. I mean,
Can't
you
have
talk to
jokes
these
going-
people and tell me they're not reformed.
Mm. Well, I don't know about any of that.
I don't either. I'm just the town gossip.
As long as I'm able to get more food, that's all I care about. And sounds like we gotta go into the caves anyway.
Well, I hope you find what you're looking for. If you're headed down into the caves, maybe one of them leads underneath to this chamber? If not, it might be the lighthouse. Oh, there's one more, she says. Going back, this time to a journal, she says, that page I accidentally destroyed, it had this on it. And she pulls out a sheet. And there is a hand-sketched picture of... It looks like the... Hold on, I'm trying to think here. You'd call it a sigil. She's got a couple of dimensions on it, and it's probably 10 feet in diameter. And she goes, I don't know where this is. I didn't see it in the lighthouse, but maybe it's somewhere around it. This. I've heard of these. This is a sigil. And the way it works is if you've got enough magic charge to it, it can send you to its partner.
Oh yeah, Snell's interested.
In the sigil?
Basically
What is-
thinking, I wonder if I could charge it with my ether converter. Pull all of the ambient magic out of the air and funnel it into the sigil.
She goes, again, I don't know where it is, but I've asked October about these once. That's where I learned that they're a pair. Maybe he knows more? But either way, I've taken too much of your time. Don't you have, Benoit goes, a doctor to get to? Yeah. No, I was gonna say a cave to spelunk.
Well,
We are on different wavelengths. We will investigate the caves. We were already meaning to find coal for the blacksmith. At least I believe that's what he was asking for.
It was.
It was. Oh, the blacksmith? Oh, come on, he's not that bloody hard to understand.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice man.
I don't I am an artificer. I deal with intelligent things.
Really? Then I guess that's why my plants don't like you so much, she says with a wink. But it's okay, Floyd likes you. At
Not
least for
many
your
things
pet.
do.
Yeah, and Maddie has been petting Floyd this whole time, but once Snell whistles, climbs back up, and Snell's completely ignoring whatever bullshit Gideon said.
What did Gideon say?
Oh
Most
my
things don't, I think is what it was.
Yeah, well, yeah, something like that. I said it and then it just went whoosh right out my head.
Just like Gideon.
God.
We'll send
Alright,
it
well,
lunch.
I guess I appreciate your time, Mickey.
Of course. And tell Rika I'll have something over tonight. Just need to hitch up Floyd to the cart.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think the teleperk's up at that and like mission accomplished to a degree.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Side quest complete. You get 2 experience points and 2 gold.
Alright, well,
Yeah, the early levels in Final Fantasy XIV are a little more than, here, take this and talk to this person.
Go kill 3 ladybugs. Why? Because we fucking hate them. That's why, little fucking rodents. I know they're bugs. I don't care. I'm gonna call them rodents.
alright, I guess Attila will start walking out if he says his
Yeah.
farewell.
Nikki's probably attending to Floyd and says, don't be strangers, especially you, smart one, she says, looking at Gideon.
Give her a nod, a knowing smile. No.
A knowing smile.
Inside
We
joke.
hear music somewhere in the distance, and we
A
know that
trumpet.
Gideon has a knowing smile.
Mangione. Chuck Mangione.
Chuck
I think.
Mangione. Yeah, Chuck Mangione's "Feel So Good" starts playing in the background somewhere, someplace.
Yeah, you guys. When I look at everyone in Benoit, especially, I'm like, you guys can go ahead and head to the doctor. I'm gonna go back to Rika and let her know what's going on.
Okay. I that's fine. Yeah.
I'll catch up with you
Gideon's
guys.
okay.
He wants private time. Oh, do you think another girl likes you?
No, no, I'm trying to be a good chef, sous chef.
Chef assistant.
Sous chef.
Yes,
Yeah.
chef.
Assistant to the chef.
Yes, chef.
God, assistant sous chef. No, assistant to the sous chef. No.
I don't necessarily need to role play anything. I
No.
would just go
I
back and
have
tell her.
I have a thing for you while
Oh,
you're
okay.
doing that. So, let's start with the group with Benoit real fast. Benoit's leading. What's that?
On our way there, though, Snell's going to give Astra's tower a bit of a look, because I don't know if Snell's the only person that was a little weirded out by them admitting, "Oh yeah, we feed people to our resident crazy vampire."
Yeah, it was like
Don't say anything, but judge them silently.
yeah.
I
It was
think,
like,
yeah, no, Benoit would say, maybe we just need more context. Because it sounds like they don't know too much.
it sounds like she's keeping them like cattle.
I believe the vampires say
maybe?
kine.
Maybe we should go talk to October after this?
Do you believe that
Awesome.
October will give us a decent answer?
Well,
October
we're
is
gonna need to talk to him about the sigil, aren't we? Anyway.
and Gideon's self-imposed condition.
Right. Maybe. I don't know. This place is... But they've been so nice. I don't want to think that about them.
We don't have any ability to change it, even if they do. It'd be better not to make enemies.
Will asking questions make us enemies, you think?
Possibly.
I don't know much about vampires, Benoit, but from what I have read, they are a superstitious and paranoid lot. Is how they live so long.
But I thought vampires weren't crazy.
Add madness on top of paranoia, and you have a treasure trove of potentialities.
Maybe.
And I don't believe that Astra's insane.
Do you think she's playing?
I believe that she is... Astra's the only one that can read these tomes. And Astra has been able to see things that may yet be. I believe whatever madness Astra has is from seeing things that aren't yet. It must be difficult to tell the present from the future when all is the same to you.
I guess so. She's like, okay, this is the building, I guess. And it is a nondescript house, the one that I've placed you guys in front of.
Well, Gideon, you're the intelligent one. Lead on into this domicile of doctors.
Of course.
I'm sure it'll be stimulating.
Open the door and walk in.
Yeah.
A shotgun goes off.
No,
Make
I
a
would
dex
not make
save.
fun of that, especially with all the shit in the news.
Oh, yeah, fair. I'm just eye weather.
right? You knock on the door, and you enter.
What's your
It's-
offer?
And you see sitting at the table of this smaller room is a well-built, mustachioed man. The mustachio kind of looks like a walrus if Attila were here to walrus
Didn't-
tusks if Attila were here to.
Didn't someone else hear that because they weren't exactly being quiet at that table?
Yes.
I mean, Snow won't say anything, but there will be this like maybe Benoit or Gideon sees that Snell's eyes just kind of like widen a bit, where it's like, oh
Mhm.
shit, the walrus. I need to observe everything so that I can talk smack with Lotus.
He's got a mole on his right cheek and he's shrouded in a black cloak.
Mole, 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 mole.
You have found the lair of the Mole Man.
Good morning. Is someone sick?
He's a vampire too. Oh no.
Good morning. Ah,
Oh no! If it were going for the Strahd voice, it would be good morning. Is someone sick?
Ugh.
we're
Count Dracula, be gone.
Go
we're
ahead.
looking for a specific type of plant, medical plant.
A type of plant.
Uh,
He gets to his feet. He is a tall man, not as tall as Gideon, but 6.5 feet tall.
I look to Benoit because I can't remember the name of the plant.
Right. She probably pokes her head out from behind. Yeah. She steps around and it's well she can't
plant
seem to
name.
put the words together.
Come on, the plant name.
The essence of Gesh.
Essence of okay, that's what it was.
And he looks down at her. He towers over her and just goes, Essence of Gesh. You are going to have to describe it to me. I don't recognize it by your given name. I have a tiny little bit left over, she says, probably moving to a table. It's got beakers and vials on it. And she takes this pouch from her hip. And this tiny amount of seafoam colored powder spills out onto the table. She goes, It's this. And he comes over. Yes, I see. Well, I don't. Essence of Gesh isn't the name of it that I. As far. Essence of Gesh isn't the name that I'm familiar with. Okay. What do you call it then? To me, it looks like powderized sinafruit. I'm. What? Sinafruit. You can find some down in the mines. Crystallizes. You powder it, and that's how you make it. She goes, mine. Okay, what does this crystal look like? And she goes into just all of that nervousness seems to be gone because now she's talking shop with somebody.
Right,
And
like
he
the
gives-
instant it's like, oh,
Right. And she spends a short amount of time gathering information from him. But apparently, it is something that is also found in the mines.
everything's coming up mine.
Right? Attila, while this conversation is happening with these people, you're on your way back to Reika's. And on the way through the door, you bump into somebody. This man with the cane. as he, oh, sorry, and he realizes it's you. He puts his head down. He continues to walk.
I just say, it's okay.
Hmm.
No need to
Okay.
be that way. I reflected, and it's everyone's got their reasons for stuff. My friend, I can't speak for her, but I'm sorry about her outburst, and
No,
someone of mine as well.
it's what I deserve.
I'm not gonna tell you how you should or shouldn't feel, but maybe it was for the best, who knows?
All right. Maybe.
Hey, we got our leader in a sense, one who commissioned the expedition. His name's Bob, dwarf,
Well, he didn't commission the expedition. He just took
or
the job.
sorry,
The leader, yeah, is
the
fine.
leader, yeah. His name's Bob. He's a dwarf. You might want to go talk to him.
Why? Why?
Well, I mean, if you feel the way that you do, maybe it's not too late. Maybe you can join us whenever we get out of here.
Maybe I should. I know where his tent is. He nods,
Okay.
turns, and walks away.
All right. Perfect. Yeah, I'll walk away from him as well.
God damn it, Attila. I know you're a cat, but we can't pick up every stray that walks by.
So, I think you guys will meet back up after this conversation with Grain is done. Grain will probably, after he's done discussing things with Benoit, turns to the two of you and says, "You're going to accompany her, yes?"
Of course, I won't let anything hurt her.
Be careful. Sometimes things happen. Don't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
don't.
things just happen. Staring at Gideon again. Gotta give him shit.
So, you guys end up, you guys leave and are headed back down. Are you guys headed to talk to October?
Do we do that now, or do we do that after Mind Murder?
Well, we don't have a
no amount
ton
of time for Mind Murder.
I was like, I think
not,
we have
not enough time for mind murder.
Yeah, this will also give us a chance to get Lotus in. So this will
Yeah, so that she can run ahead and die.
Stop that. Your words have consequences. Choose them carefully.
My words merely predict a future that may be. That may be. It is up to
You're like a
Lotus to
bad
decide.
sportscaster. You're like a bad sportscaster. You're going to make a prediction, but no one cares when you're wrong.
Prove
Good.
me wrong, Amy. Prove me wrong. You won't.
She will, I think. All right. But you
And this
guys
wasn't
meet back.
specifically for her. Sorry, but she started it, so.
Bitch. Let me in. God.
Let me in. Let me in.
So,
Yeah, so let's go talk to Count Dracula. I mean,
talking To Count Dracula, really?
Listen, if any
Okay.
Count Draculas show up, I will defend myself.
God.
Get out of the world now, Count Dracula, you vampiric, parasitic garbage.
You're
Go
not
to the
welcome in my home.
moon.
So, you guys meet up with Attila, probably just outside of Rakus. Attila, you look good.
Oh, who's saying this to me?
Benoit.
Oh, uh, thanks. I don't feel any different than before I saw you guys.
I don't know.
Or
There's just something, I guess, she says.
Like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't say anything further.
Nods in understanding. As a fellow laconic, strength-based character, nods in understanding.
Nods and macho.
Nods in macho.
Nods and not getting any.
So,
All right. How
You
did
guys-
the doctor's visit go?
It went well.
actually, a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah. What did he say?
We're going to the mines.
Everything
yes.
seems to be focused on that, so if the mines don't end up being what get us out of here, I'm going to say that we are going to beg Lotus to call her mom and take us home.
Or we just get her married to someone else and let her mom find out, and then hitch a ride.
So,
That would work too.
That could work.
The whole party.
You-
Ooh.
do you guys
Oh,
head
the
to
whole party's
October?
like, that's gonna happen. So yeah, we're heading
Okay.
towards Count Dracula's house on the moon.
Arranged marriage on Lotus.
So,
We have arranged marriage for transport.
I'm gonna
So
move you guys there.
Where's the vampire? Oh no, the Macho Men fused.
Ah!
There is
all
in
over each
October
other.
sitting at the same desk he was sitting at last time. As you guys come in. Oh, hello.
Vampire.
Hey there again, October.
Well, welcome. How can I help?
We come bearing yet more questions.
Of course. Beacon is a place of many mysteries.
One of them involves one of my compatriots. I've said my piece more than enough. Attila, have you heard the entire story of how Gideon became possessed by a demon?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, it's a great story all about how Gideon won't listen,
That's
and now he's possessed by a demon.
possessed
Oh.
by a.
boo.
I'm interested in. He says, leaning over his desk. I'm sorry. How did this come to be?
We were in a pocket dimension where there were ghosts that were preparing a lovely meal. Of course, everything at the meal was either blessed or cursed in some way, but the most obvious one was the obviously cursed nightcap. That while I was busy preventing the two other bumbling idiots in the party from consuming it, Gideon decides that it's a wonderful idea to drink it for candle people reasons, probably. It looked tasty, and how could he not deny it? Just a bit of a treat. And now he's possessed by a demon.
I drank it to save my friend's life, but you wouldn't understand.
How does that
You're right, I
save
wouldn't
your
understand.
No, he was looking to
lives?
Sano
Right.
when he said that.
Right.
How does that help anybody?
I pat you on the head and turn towards October.
Fucking idiot.
Well, he says, scrawling something on a paper before him. Demonology is not my expertise. However, we have had issues like this happen in the past. It should be the matter of Astra setting something up and taking care of that issue. That being said, we may need some supplies to do something like that.
Uh-oh.
I put up my hand. Let me cut you off right there.
Is it
Is
in
it
the
going to be in the
mines?
mines? No.
No, Snow would outright say that. Are they in the mines? Everyone else
He
needs
says-
something from the mines. We might as well while we're grocery shopping.
He goes, my, it seems that everything is down in the mines these days, isn't it?
Yes.
Including
The
us.
coal, mushrooms, some strange mechanisms under the lighthouse that may be able to expel all of the fog, the medicine we need for our friend, and now the medicine we need to fix Gideon. Notice
I
how
don't know
Do you
why
say
this
that part that we
reminds
signed
me-
the NDR on?
So it's not. Yeah, do you say that part?
Which part was that? The mechanism. No, I forgot that was an NDA. I'm very stupid.
No, you're good.
In real life,
This
I am
reminds me of
basically a fraud.
World of Warcraft when you're in an area and you're just going to
gotta
all
get
the
all
people.
of the quests.
Yeah, and you're just getting all the quests that are for all in the same exact place. But you got to complete each of them.
Kind of feels like that, doesn't it, huh?
Yeah, we're XP grinding.
requiring all the quests that are in the mines, and then we just go and do all of the missions at one time, all of the objectives.
So, you're looking for kind of fruit. It's an orange crystal that grows down there. Also, it may be hard to come by down there, but we might need some moonstone.
We already have that.
Well,
Really?
I don't know if you're worth
not ex-
Moonstone.
not exactly. The Moonstone is currently on 3 people's separate hands.
No, there's
No,
plenty.
I have plenty more.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how much it takes to make those.
All right. Well, that is one thing crossed off the list. What else? You gonna ask about the sigil at all?
We
Without disclosing
How?
the NDA?
How do
Yeah.
we? Oh, I know.
Just, do you
I
know
had an
anything
idea.
about sigils?
Does was that an arcane rune of some kind?
With what, the drawing that
the
she
sigil itself, was it like an arcane rune that would mean something like motion or teleport or something?
had? There are. Yeah. You have to assume, because this is something she drew by memory.
Basically, here's how I'm trying to play this out. Would it be a rune that could have been because all of Snell's spells are etched in? Would it
Sure,
be
what I'm
one
s-
that would be similar to like one of his teleporting spells?
Sure. What I'm saying is, you're gonna have to take your best guess, because those
Right.
runes that she drew are not exact.
Okay. Well, that
Because it was
works.
just done by memory. Because she's like, oh, I need this. Tear, dust, shit. Let me write this. Let me try and fix this.
shit, cry a little bit. I can fix it. Try to put the dust together. But yeah, Sino would approach October, probably pulling up a sleeve and showing, like, pointing to the specific runes etched in his arm. Be like, these, but larger,
What about them? Yes?
in a specific place. How would we make this sigil function?
Time and a battery for the sigil.
Do you believe would my ether converter be able to produce enough energy in order to power it?
Maybe for one jump. and then a long recharge time. Which is why you said you have Moonstone. I'm sure this is something that could be worked into the sigil. If usually that's how they are made in the first place.
The things I do for this party.
Oh, the things I do for love.
Oh,
The things I do for love.
But yeah, Snow will just be like, of course it's Moonstone.
Well, yes, after all, it's extremely flexible. You can use it as a battery, you can use it as a focus. You can do many things with it.
I know.
Everything's coming up, Moonstone.
Anything else?
So we need Moonstone in order to fix Gideon's mistake. We need Moonstone in order to potentially activate the sigil.
Kind of fruit. Kind of fruit. To help
That as
Gideon.
well. I'm just taking a mental inventory of all of the things I'm having to give up. Cutting a look at Gideon. A bit harsh, just to be harsh.
Oh, yes, what else?
There was more of a mental note of all of the things that are down there that we'll have to find.
Benoit would say, don't forget sign of fruit.
Yes, we will get the sign of fruit. We will get...
I'm sorry, did you say sign of fruit?
Is that a problem?
Is Ali okay?
Only if you're going...
Yeah, she got sniffles.
Only if you're planning on transporting it near kind of fruit.
Oh, do they react?
Yes. I would keep them at least a foot apart.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Wait, what is it that we need to keep apart? Kind of fruit and
Sign of fruit. Hey!
Sign of fruit and
Heartless
Moonstone.
Halo, thank you for the raid with 15 people. So many people.
15 people that get to be here to witness the fact that I'm giving up all my crafting material. I can't make my Minecraft house because
for the sake of the party, Snow.
For the sake of the party, I don't know. It's going to be a pretty sick Minecraft house.
It's gonna be a pretty
Giving up-
sick Minecraft
Giving
house.
up all my redstone. I was gonna make a mob farm. Dang.
EXP
God.
grind farm.
My
we just need
XP!
We just need a block of sand, a cactus, and a couple furnaces, and a piston. That's all we need for
And-
EXP.
Don't forget, we also need to have the mob spawner.
Nah, I don't need that anymore.
Mm.
Anyways.
So, he says,
Poop
yes,
shoot pack.
just, I would transport them on 2 separate people. Keep it at least a foot apart. It's proximity more than anything.
What happens when they come in proximity?
Rapid heat generation, and if they touch, it's an explosion.
Keep them
Did
away
we
from
just figure out how to make
us.
bombs?
I mean, did we need these to make bombs? Oh, but we could have them set up for bombs. We might be getting more than just what we need. We might be getting more for later. Just as a treat for the next time we're in a big city.
He goes, they're also edible. Separately. Separately edible.
Dude,
Moonstone?
we could put them in people's food and then they'll explode.
Oh, first
Ooh.
course, Moonstone dusting.
Yeah.
Second course.
Well, no, the sign of fruit and kind of fruit. We put the sign of fruit in,
Oh,
in
wait,
the
they're two
first
different.
one. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Moonstone and Sinafruit. And people
Uh-uh.
were just mispronouncing Sinafruit.
No, sign of fruit and kind of fruit are different things, but they sound very similar, which is probably why people found out that they explode.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, we're going to. We need to
I've
get
been
that.
so confused this whole time. That clears up so much.
Next time we have to deal with a really shitty person like that one lady, we'll invite them over for food and we'll just
Celebrate them?
put a little
Celebrate
bit
them?
here, put a little bit the other one in here, and be like, have this, yum yum yum, and then they'll drink it, and then they'll fucking explode. No saves.
Wow.
Just die.
It's like
Aw.
Pop Rocks and Pepsi.
Yep. Or Mentos and Coke.
Yeah.
You've given Sanel a problem. Sanel has homemade pipe bombs now.
Human bombs.
At
So-
will.
Can Snell make?
Before we wrap up tonight, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. In another campaign, I wanted to set like a tripwire grenade, but I couldn't figure out how to make a grenade. Can you figure out how to do that?
Yes, actually, I just had an idea for how you do that. You have an alarm spell that sets up a spell that you've had pre-prepared to push them together. So when the alarm gets tripped because someone walked over a spot, those two things get shoved into one another and they explode
Isn't that just called a glyph of warning?
with
Yep.
extra steps.
So anyway, he says,
Oh, we're
well,
gonna
yeah.
kill so many
Is
people.
there anything else?
No. Sanel
Uh,
does have a
Benoit,
look on their face
go
that's
ahead.
like, you have given me the wrong information.
Just please don't go destroying town. Benoit goes,
Oh no.
if something were to happen, would we go to the clink?
You're
And-
gonna get us in so much fucking trouble.
October goes, what do you mean by the... Oh.
You've been talking
What have you heard?
to her.
NDA.
That, that you feed people to Astra. He chuckles and he goes, why would you think something preposterous? Okay,
Insight.
I could see that.
I
Yeah,
can
you can insight if you can absolutely insight if you want.
This will be my first roll of the game.
I'm about to incite Benoit for not shutting up.
Yeah, you don't feed no one to no one.
I don't
Ooh.
even know what that is. Gideon got a 14. Let's see if I can beat that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
fuck you,
not.
Snake Boy.
Oh,
Snake
a
nerd!
4?
Oh fuck, you
It's
said it.
easy.
Now I gotta.
God damn it. All right. So, you take yourself. He just chuckles. Gideon, you can see this is. You get the sense
True.
that this is a bit of a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
He goes, would you like to see the clink?
We just
It might
we,
clear up some. It might clear up some misunderstandings.
we bleed them like pigs into barrels, and then we pour it into wine glasses for Aster to drink subtly.
That's
think-
not much better.
Benoit looks at you guys and I don't know. Looking at all of you.
You know that bit in Family Guy when Brian says something he shouldn't do, he does the very slow.
Yep.
That is what Sanel has been doing ever since she brought up the thing that we weren't supposed to talk about. It's just this looking down at the halfling.
It'll probably settle in
Tilting
her
his head.
stomach, so we should probably see it for Benoit's sake.
Please, it's nothing untoward. And he'll stand. I can take you there now.
Field trip!
Count Dracula, get out of my world.
I could take you there now.
Yeah, let's go see what this is.
Yeah.
me too.
He will take a he will take a candle off of the desk and just motion you guys as he leads you towards the back of the library.
Okay.
He puts this candle in a sconce, and the wall lowers to reveal a staircase, a spiral staircase leading down and up. He goes, down we go. And he leads down the spiral staircase.
Okay,
I
now it's a
think
little sketch.
Benoit just kind of looks as, are we okay with this?
Yeah,
We'll be all right.
Someone said something, so
I
we
mean,
have to be.
I just wanted some answers.
Well, we're getting the answers now.
It's okay.
Don't.
Adelier smiles upon us. We'll be fine.
And if anything goes wrong, we can always trip Attila or Gideon.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm fast.
Exactly. That's why we trip you.
I'll just run myself. No need to trip me.
As you guys head down, you can feel that the place starts to feel a little warm, not unpleasantly so. Getting to the bottom of this spiral staircase, you see October is waiting there. He says, "Welcome to the clink, or as we like to call it, the clinic."
Oh,
Is
she
that?
has speech impediment.
And you step down, and this room is lit with orange crystals embedded in the ceiling. He's like, kind of fruit, in case you were curious what that looked like.
Why don't we just take their light bulbs?
This looks like a recreation room. There's a pool table. There are couches. There's a fireplace.
Is this Norway prison?
There is a kitchen.
No,
There
we've gone
And
into
on-
Fridays and we're at the bar.
and on the line of rooms, and on one side of the wall, there are a line of doors, probably 24. There are people here, men and women, milling about, living their lives. And he goes, "This is a clinic."
People come here, and I assume they willingly give their blood for Astra.
Well, we'll put it this way. The people who come here are willing and unwilling, depending on their circumstance. He points down towards the end. Some of our most dangerous are down there in those rooms. They're kept to themselves. If you'd like to see what that looks like, I can absolutely show you, but I assure you it looks much similar to this.
Let us see this. We heard of someone through the grapevine, a very short grapevine, named Drago.
Drago, yes. That was before my time. Drago. How do I put it this way? Drago is, I think, a big stain on Astra's memory.
Are they here?
Drago is not here. No. He disappeared probably 25 years ago in a hail of bloodshed. We'd assumed him dead. We
He's in the
do
mines.
assume him dead.
If he's in the mines, everything's in the mines.
God. He
God,
goes,
they didn't put up enough torches, and now the mobs are spawning in the mine. Oh, this Minecraft town sucks.
So he goes, here, let me show you. And as as he leads you down towards the other end of yeah, I guess you could call them cells because they are meant to, keep people in. There are smiles and nice gestures towards each of you. You don't recognize any of these people. It seems like when they're down here, they're down here. He would explain, the ones that are willing to help Astra absolutely do, and we don't question that. The ones that are forced to be down here because of temperament and or inability to coexist are not. Most of the people here, well, about half of those rehabilitated down here were brought down unwillingly at first, but they are not. How do I put it? This is a rehabilitation center, not somewhere to send pigs to slaughter. And he leads you to the end of this hallway, and there are some rooms. These are actually cells as opposed to rooms. They have locked iron doors, and he pulls one. There's a visor slit. He pulls one open. See for yourself. You look inside, and it looks much like a small apartment. There is even a fake window with a view to the outside in it. This one is empty. This
How
is
many
where
do
they
you
live.
currently have in these cells?
These cells only one per, and out of the 12 of them I have here, 6 of them are full. Now, you are asking,
Why do I have a feeling that the family member I don't know about is probably in one of those cells?
uh,
It's a Gideon thing to follow up on, I guess.
and he goes, they are kept here until we feel they are safe to readmit into this environment. Anybody out here at any point can choose to leave and go topside and reintegrate with everybody else. That's more than fine. As a matter of fact, like I was saying, half of the people that are out here used to be in these. Murder, arson, destructive things. Things that actively hurt our community.
Who's
We
your worst
don't-
one
Our worst one? Currently?
at the moment?
A Daedloff.
What?
Ah, you weren't told.
I
Yeah.
wasn't told. Who else knew?
Oh, there goes the mines.
I'm going to shove you in the mines.
Try.
Did I do something? I don't
No.
understand.
I wish to see them.
You wish to see. Are you sure?
I believe it would be my right as family.
Astra, come down here. He wants to see
Course.
you.
Bro.
Oh, God.
Astra was Count Snakula this whole time.
God. He'll take you. He'll lead you to the very last cell at the end and go, all right. This one was here because, well, first he tried to mesmerize Reka, and when that didn't work, he threatened her. And then he destroyed her establishment. And then he tried the same thing with Timony. That worked, which was unfortunate because I don't think Timony. I think she still holds a grudge, honestly. And, well, got into a bit of a fight. Turning Timony on Reka was the last straw, I think. Astra had to come down and settle the situation, and I almost never allow that to happen if I can afford to.
Chanel's just staring at the slot like this hound dog look of just waiting, needing to see this person.
He opens up the screen. And inside is a person that is the spitting image of the oldest brother. What is your oldest brother's name?
Good question.
Good question.
You think
I
I would
love
have thought
asking
of
my
that by
players
now?
questions.
Uh, hold on. I have a list of names that were for something else that I can always pull from. Marshawn.
And yep, this slide opens. I told you I didn't want any old man. And October goes, Ah, Marshawn. You have a visitor.
How
He
did I
looks
always
up.
know that it would come to this?
He stands. Ah, little brother. Are they throwing you in here as well?
No, father's pet. I didn't even know that you were here until just now. Quite the bother you've gotten yourself into, though.
He steps across the room until he is face to face with you through this door. Bothersome. I don't appreciate your tone.
And for description for everyone else, Marshawn is. Sinel is small and lanky. Marshawn is not strong, but is definitely broad shouldered and looks like they could be a fighter. Has very short, well kept black hair, no scales, eyes look normal, no fangs, a normal tongue. But the only thing wrong about the eyes is they are this evil, piercing red.
Mm-hmm.
That's awful.
And there is a brief moment where Snell does seem to almost recoil from it before remembering themselves, or maybe like Maddie just feeling her legs kind of snaps him back into the moment and is like, appreciate whatever you wish, brother. I am here and you are there.
I was just a little early, or maybe you were a little late. Otherwise, I would have been right where I needed.
Oh, wouldn't that have been lovely? But that's not what happened.
No, not yet. After all, I've been trying to convince October. A place like this can't hold people like you and me. After all, this was Draco's old cell, wasn't it? Looking at October. And he goes, yes, that is the case. Well, he escaped. And from what I understand, he wasn't a magic user. Is Marshawn a magic user?
They all are to
Yeah.
some degree. That was
Mhm.
the whole thing that was wrong with Snell. Snell
Right.
was not naturally capable.
After all, he wasn't a magic user. Just a lonely mercenary. And if he could get out of this place, well, so can I. And then, once I've taken that little teapot of yours and smashed it into bits, I'll cart it home, along with you, broken and mangled. And mangled.
I
October.
looked to Sanel. Can I get a murder pass?
I was just about to ask October.
Yes.
I know that you are probably not wanting to destroy any of Astra's cattle.
They're not
Could I perhaps,
cattle.
could I
We've never called them cattle.
could I reimburse you if we were to have this one removed?
He goes, that is against Astra's morals, and as mine. We're healers, not execution.
Some things can't be healed. Some cancers need to be cut out before they infect the rest of the body.
If he does not, if he feels he is, how would he put it? Marchand Dateloff will stay in that room until he is ready to either reincorporate with society, or he'll stay there as long as he needs to. And if
That is what I fear. October, Marchand has been born and bred to incorporate into society, but that does not mean that they are an active participant in good society. There is no social contract between the Daedalofs and the rest of society. Isn't that right, brother? Only father's petulant little dreams of the stars. And whatever you have in that basement now.
In the basement. Well, in the basement is everything you're afraid of, little brother.
I've made sure that father's attorney is aware that there are things down there, things that were to slip out to the wrong people. Say, all of the House Ventric associates that I have made along this expedition, your house
Oh.
won't exist anymore.
Oh, don't worry. We've known about it. Who do you think they sent to take care of Maximilian? Well, I'm here. So which of the other brothers do you think are currently... Well, they're probably long home by now.
So you're saying that while Rael got the better end of it, Marchand, precious, precious heir to the throne, was sent into the middle of nowhere to find someone who, might I remind you, if you have seen my letters, had no intention of harming the family as long as they were left alone.
I don't think you understand. That little teapot of yours, we've already lined up a buyer. House Viridia will be more than happy to take it off our hands. All we need is the product. And if I bring you back with enough digits left, perhaps you can show them how it works.
There's actually
Or-
probably a moment where, as he like threatens physical violence on him, Maddie does like sit up with her eye turning red and does her little more threatening.
Oof.
Jesus.
All right. And he goes, you don't scare me. You never have. You are always the smallest, weakest, most pathetic. Besides, aren't you still dealing with spy issues? How do you think I knew where you were headed?
At least they are better than the last ones, which... Were those the ones that were eaten by the giant plants? Or was it the fairies that got to them?
Who are you talking about?
Basically, we knew that the last spies got killed when a group of us, or a group of the... Basically, we came back, they'd been oh, it was by Maw.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, no, it was the Displacer Beast.
Would you like to see something, brother?
Whether or not I wish it, I feel like your ego will have it forced upon us.
He goes to his desk for a moment, and October says, This conversation seems to be distressing you. Are you sure you'd like to continue it? This is such a
He
good
says-
fucking song for it, too.
Low enough, he's like, let him play his cards. He was always bad at cards.
As you wish.
When he thinks he's won, he lets everyone know it.
And he goes over to this stack of papers. He pulls the top one off. And he goes, yes, those just pop in. There's nothing we've been able to do about that as of late. And he pulls out this letter, walks back over to the door, and it's, Mr. Dateloff, enclosed you will find the arrival date and time of the next opportunity. The arrival date and time of the expedition your brother is a part of. It has been verified and accurate up to 1 day before the sending of this letter. Does that sound like your spy was taken care of?
Sinel is committing the handwriting to memory. Because Little Dummy just gave us the way to find the spy if we can get samples of people's handwriting.
Sinel would know. This is a letter coming from Viridia.
Okay. I
Back
thought
in
this was
Lotus.
from the spy.
No, this is a correspondent saying, "Hey, our spy told us that your person is gonna be there." Yeah.
A lot of good that'll do you in there, Marchand.
Just wait. Did they tell you what Drago did? Do you know why this place looks as horrid as it does? Once upon a time, little birdies told me, this place didn't used to look like this. There was a fog barrier, yes, but the sun still shone. The houses were perfect and orderly, and not a dreary mess like things are now. This person, Drago, a self-acclaimed trapper and mercenary, was coming into town because he was looking for game. New game. He looks at October. Somebody's plaything. Well, it sounds like that day, at least, he bit off more than he could chew. Poor thing, shoved in this little closet. October goes. Yes, he was our first patient. Yes, before your time, I'm sure.
This could all be over so quickly, October. Morals are meant to be bent.
Aw, but you have all of these friends, and these bones in your body called expectation now. You've gone soft.
I believe that they are the ones who are thirsting for your blood just as much as I.
But
Was that why
wouldn't
you
that make you even more of a monster than you already are? Drago came into town, hunted Astra across the city. You interrupted me. I don't like that. And when he was put away, he bided his time in this cell. Until he escaped and set half the town on fire with it. What do you think a half-competent person is going to do when they get out of here?
I'm sure you'll tell us.
I am going to hunt you and your friends all across this God's forsaken little pocket. I will enjoy Astra's blood in a goblet made of October's skull. And once I am done killing every last person in this town, I will activate the beacon myself. Find myself a little way out of here, dragging you in tow, and deliver you and Maddie to Father, and show him just how a real Dateloff does things.
Is this all through like a little slit in the door?
Yes.
God.
His eyes are just boring into you.
How big is this slit?
It is
That's,
about as wide as a ruler. About as wide and long as a ruler.
Oh, so it's very thin.
Gideon and
It's eye level, yeah.
Gideon and Attila can see that as he's talking, Sinel, his twitchy hand has he's gone for the gun and he's holding it. He is very much like It's in a
What's-
place where he can't tell that he's gone for it, but it's this thought
Right.
of, I could do that right here, right now, and it would be
What's
over
the
like
matter?
that.
What's the matter? I see it in your face. Is this fear?
I
It's
think
delicious.
this is enough, and I'm gonna like move in front of Sanel to like kind of push him back like calmly, and reach up to like close the
Goodbye, little
sliding thing.
brother.
And I need
I'll
him to
be
make a dexterity
seeing you
saving throw as he
soon.
says that.
Oh yeah.
Please tell me you like try to poke his eyes as he's looking through it.
No, it's a second level burning hands.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh. See, I was thinking of just blowing all of my spell slots on doubling down on Scorching Ray.
It passes, so it'll be half damage. Which is what level is it normally? Burning hands is level 1. Yeah,
Yes.
so it'd be 4d6. I guess I can.
Max roll, max roll, max roll.
Yeah, it won't roll it right normally. Okay. 4d6. Not enough to kill. Oh,
Oh, taste.
but it's gonna be some scarring on his face or something. I don't know.
That's 9
That's
points of damage.
Serious damage.
And then
As
he's just
you
gonna
just cast this. Hey, what's the cone distance of Burning Hands?
15 foot.
15 feet?
So you also get his desk and his bed?
It's magical fire. So
Face.
magical fire I don't think actually lights things on fire. But
Yeah,
it will
I
burn.
know.
It will still like. Oh no, it does.
Oh,
Fire ignites any flammable objects. Yep.
Mm.
So this room is engulfed in flame, and there is screaming. As October quickly shuts this slider and opens the door. Move!
Sorry,
He
the demon.
slams it behind himself. There's the
Maybe-
sound. What's that?
Oh, I was just gonna say maybe that's our cue to leave.
But how's he gonna get himself out then?
I'm not leaving until October's back out.
We'll wait.
Can't get out.
There's a long moment, and then there's a tap on the door.
I'll open it.
Snell's holding that gun, ready
Yep.
to shoot.
There is a singed and burned Dateloff on the floor. And October standing there, also singed. The room is a mess. All right. He'll grab this Dateloff underneath the arm.
What are you doing?
He needs to be moved to a room that isn't full of smoke.
He needs to be
If you'll
left
excuse
to
me.
rot.
I am not a victim of his escapades.
It seems like yet.
I am not here to torture or punish. That is the very thing Astra and I agreed we would never be a part of.
So you'll just, what? Let monsters go free out of some sense of mercy, not caring about their victims.
I am just moving him to the next cell.
He will find a way out.
Not if he's not in Drago's cell. And hauling this person out of the room, he
Look
goes
at me
to the
solving
next
2
door
problems in
over.
one. Now he'll be in a more
Yeah.
secure room, and now he's scarred, so we'll always recognize him.
And his notes and shit are probably fucked.
Yeah. And you throw him in there. And I think the last thing you'll see of him as the door shuts. Actually, yeah, as the door shuts, I need everybody to make me a perception check.
Ooh.
Oh man, I'm not that good at those.
Woo!
God damn
Ooh,
it.
Gideon C.
Oh,
Attila, don't see.
There is a look of panic on this person's face as you hear, no, 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 wait! And the door slams shut.
the last thing he sees is two burning red eyes intently staring at him as the door slams shut. Fuck him. Threatening my friends.
I think you all need to leave.
Of course.
The door is over
Thank-
there. You'll excuse me if I don't show you out.
Thanks for the tour. It was nice. Appreciate it.
I'm starting to wonder if it wasn't a mistake.
You
But
did
I
the right thing.
appreciate your hospitality. I appreciate your thanks all the same.
Yeah. I guess Attila will just walk out and just be like under his breath, like, drama.
Get mom,
No.
it's bad.
Benoit probably. Go ahead.
Like, just leaves.
Yeah. No,
But
this
he's going to be
scene.
waiting for someone to be coming out.
Right. There's, a long look from this singed and a little burnt October as he goes. Please, forget he is here.
Some things are so formative we can't forget. Some things shouldn't be forgotten.
I'm not going to let you torture this man who is already confined to this cell for as long as necessary.
I didn't want to torture him. I just wanted him gone. But I won't debate that with you. What's done is done, and I'm leaving.
Agreed. I will see you when you are ready for the sigil.
Can I have a word with Astro?
Hold on. What's up?
Could I have a word with Astro?
I suppose I can wake her. I will see you when I next see you. Looking at Sanel.
He just stares long and hard at the cell that Marchand is in now, and then turns and very quickly leaves. And this isn't the I don't know how to extradite myself from a conversation leave. This is much quicker than that.
Okay. And he'll look at you. I'm sure she's up in the library now. Shall we go take a look?
I can head up there. It's no need.
All right, then I wish you well.
And I'll head up to the library.
Gotcha. Are we okay to have this one last scene before we sign off? Is that okay with everybody? I know we're a little late tonight.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
hoping we could have our confrontation.
With who?
Me.
Nell's gonna have to ask Gideon some questions.
Oh, yeah. More drama. But we'll take care of
Drama.
Sanel. We'll take care of Gideon first. Gideon, you're upstairs. Everybody has worked their way upstairs. The door, this wall has slid into place behind them. The others have made their way out of here. I think Benoit is the last one. And she looks at you. Are you going to be okay?
Oh, asking Sanel.
Sorry, Gideon.
Oh, Gideon.
Oh, are we still in the building?
Yeah.
I'll be
You
fine.
went upstairs. Yeah. Do
Does
you
Sanel left?
need somebody to help with the talking?
Oh no, I'll be fine. I just wanted to ask her some questions.
Okay. And she'll turn and leave, and almost as if on cue, a stark little star call. Here's your call.
I greet you, Seer.
She smiles. There were disturbances below. Are you well?
I am. I was hoping. Is there a method to reading your books, the ones that move.
She smiles and says, breathes, vampire.
This bitch. That is my bit. And she didn't even do it right.
Well, 'cause she's not gonna do it.
Only a vampire can read.
Vampire, she says, pointing at herself.
Yeah. He'll like reach up to like kind of like pat her on the shoulder. And as he does, he's gonna lean in and just
She's
go.
got icy cold skin. Yeah.
He's gonna just lean in and go, "That's not October. Be careful."
We're gonna cut it here. We're gonna cut it here. I was hoping to give it a little bit of time, but you caught it. You fucking caught it. I love this. I love it when my players are just paying attention. I love it. Fucking love it.
Why else would it have been all that time?
That's what a nat 20 does for you.
But were we gonna have the thing with Gideon or Snell, or just wait?
We can do it like next session, like first thing. Do you want?
Yeah, because yeah.
I need to give
Yeah.
Gunner time.
I'm gonna have to decide what happens next.
Okay.
I was hoping to at least get until you guys got down to the mines about it. But
I mean, he does
Anyway.
have faith in her own ability to handle herself. I mean, she is an ancient vampire, but we'll have to see.
Oh yeah. Now, let's go ahead and get some sign-offs. Let's start with you know what? Let's start with Daniel.
What up? It's your boy, Ignacy69. I play Gideon. He's the smartest one in the group. He makes the connections. He realizes things. He knows things. His intelligence, his lack of intelligence, isn't that he's dumb. It's that he just doesn't pay attention to most unimportant things. Anyways, you can catch me here playing not this Friday, but every Friday otherwise in Yakshas as Hunter, aka Sin, and his wonderful AI companion Legion, and his new AI companion Jove. Totally. That he's repairing. As we go into a big combat and blow a lot of things up. And by blow a lot of things up, I mean I make them run into things and those things blow them up. It'll be fine. And then you also catch me here on Saturdays as not Archibald now. It's Duramag, the orc witch alchemist who is just a master of medicine. As we apparently are going to go probably fight a green dragon. Oh boy. And then that is all the games I am in. Yeah.
Alrighty, moving swiftly onward. Let's go to Sanel.
Hi ho, friendos. My name is Rowan, otherwise known as Nihiragami, here today playing Sinel, who is apparently the dumbest in the group.
Just emotional is all.
Wow, it's not like there's, baggage there or anything. And I'll have to try and hold the thoughts, probably just write them down so that we can have those for next week. We will not be having Yakshas this Friday because I wanted to make sure everyone is there for it. Yes, big fuck off combat is going to happen with big fuck off stompy robots. Come and see which of these players I throw a dart at a dartboard and they're gonna fucking die. Can also, it's gonna be Amy. You can also find me here
No,
on Saturdays. I'll think about it.
You
Where
want
I'm
good
in
indie or bad indie?
Land of Bad Indie ends the campaign sooner and I can get on to my next one. You can also find me here in Lands of... I'm kidding. Lands of Funny Name, where I play Faro, the android who is... He just wants to talk to them. He just wants to shoot them. And it works. And that's all I'm in for now.
And last, but certainly not least, go ahead, Attila.
Hello everyone, I'm Ryan. Today you caught me playing Attila, the White Lion Womanizer. He spits mad game. Okay, he gets the women. What can I say? All right.
He gets all of the friends.
What did I miss in 30 minutes? Damn.
He's got no
Um,
friends.
He's gotten
Uh,
friend zoned once by Gwen, who had to tell him, no, I'm good, dog, but you do you.
I'm good, cat.
We'll find you a lady friend.
Good cat.
I don't play in any other games besides here, so you can see me here every Wednesday. Otherwise, check out all these other people's lovely games. They are amazing. And that is me.
Alrighty, and that brings it to me. You know, I was gonna have an outro cutscene about October not actually being October, but fuck.
When you perform so well, you stump
Well,
the
that's
DM.
where I was like, okay, I want to keep this under the table as I can, but I'll give Gideon something for the natural 20. And so, yeah, I just decided, there's nothing wrong with the one standing next to you. You can't tell that. The one inside the cell, though, yeah, it's look of panic on his face. Not very Dateloff-like.
Yeah.
And then that composed with a long moment of I need to get in there to put out the fucking fire turned into other things. One thing I had to look up during, I had to look up to see if vampires had true sight. They don't.
Oh no.
And
But
so,
now, she
anyway,
knows.
I think we are gonna raid our way out of here. How's that sound, everybody?
Yeah.
Ah, shit! I don't have my axe. I'm just gonna have to go with the bow.
Axe body spray.
Let's see.
You ruined the bit.
Yeah, we still got like an hour left with ADHD adventures.
ADHD.
I'm just waiting for the advertising to just go away.
Adventures.
But that being said, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to send you on your merry way. And let's get out of here on an R.I.P.
October.
Dateloff? R.I.P. what?
October.
R.I.P. October.
R.I.P.
Okay.
October.
R.I.P. October.
October.